her call again, and then she just added another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.
2412.
Veteran crisis hotline's calling in, so they have a female veteran off her medication. She's at work to Safe Haven. Attacking 12, take a check that one out.
6 1 bullet, 2 point start, take a shot.
Also still staying with this.
2412.
Doesn't that saxophone just seem so peaceful and positive? It does to me. I love the saxophone. I think it sounds great. Love that saxophone. Thank you all for hopping in tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out earlier today. Shout out True Crime. Hung out with us today as we covered Elijah Vu. We'll be there's a couple updates I'll be going through before we get into tonight's topic with Elijah Vu and Audrey Cunningham. Both sad, both really sad situations. So prayers to the families, the loved ones, and the victims. Children, you know, it's always really tough. But there's a couple things I would like to make pretty clear tonight, and really I'm just kind of, I already made the short video, you know, that I put out a couple days ago. But, you know, whatever this dialogue that was created from the other side, from GAC, I don't understand. But one thing is, I had only left a couple comments on a video. I'm sorry somebody got upset. But I was just stating the facts that I had already done before. I never made anything personal towards this person. You can see anytime that I did talk about it or discuss anything about GAC on the show, it was always about the video that I put out, like I put out, because you know, I've never said anything different. And anybody can go through all my shows and see anything that I've ever said about this person. It's never been personal. I've never called this person names. I've never questioned or attacked their intelligence. I never said that they were things that they were not. I never made claims against this person. I never did any of these things. Unfortunately, because I left a couple comments on Chaos Sector's videos letting them know that I did reach out to GAC, letting them know, right? My bad, bro. That's what I do when I leave all of my comments to people that I reach out. Like, for instance, the green car. If you guys remember, we had that show and I said, yeah, I reached out to, you know, that video, and they automatically put it on members only. But here, I showed you, here's a screenshot, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what I do, because instead of me reaching out to that person through email or whatever way they choose, or even if they have an option for you to reach out to them, I always like to leave comments on such videos, because I like everybody to see, oh wow, yeah, Evil CJ it's his video. He's discussing it. Okay, CJ wrote a comment in that person's video saying, no, this is the correct information, because I've always wanted to be transparent. I've always wanted to let everybody else that came and viewed the video to see the comment from, you know, if I ever had to leave a comment. So that's just how it's always been. So everybody that sees the video can see the comment from me. Unfortunately, I was called a sniveling coward and a liar, and that I spread misinformation and claims that I never reached out to him, that some other account must have, or it was somebody else. Maybe somebody, I'm sure there was a lot of people reaching out to you, because when people reached out to me and said, GAC is using your video when he said it's footage from 2022, I instantly went to GAC's video, like I do anybody else, and I say, hey, this was footage from my trip from 11/8 to 11/15, 2023. You know, I wasn't, you know, Sorry you were confused. It was respectful. I'm always respectful. Unfortunately, they wanted to delete their comment that I left for them on their video and then claim that I didn't do such a thing. Wow, bro. I didn't know you had to call anybody names. I'm a sniveling coward and a liar who spreads misinformation. Get a clue. That's who the fuck it is. Oh, there's a whole lot. I want to say shout out to my community because if anybody remembers that video that we made about the other white car and no, again, we were pointing out the different, that's from Alive. My highlights are from Alive. I don't have as much time as some other people that just sit in front of their computer and use other people's content to make their own shit. I'm sorry. I'm working on my own content. And, when I'm not doing a show. I want to say shout out to the community because if you guys remember when we were doing that live stream where we came across the white car in the video, the other Elantra, that was by 1122. I want to say shout out to Katrina because Mr. GAC claims that we were all confused and he was the one that figured out the fucking car. And I want to say shout out to Katrina because it was actually Katrina during that live just a few minutes later, sir, that said it was a 2017 to 2018 Hyundai Elantra. Nobody was confused, sir. Shout out Katrina, if anybody remembers that episode. Yes, I'm a sniveling coward and a liar that spreads misinformation that also attacks animals. And when did I ever call this person a name? When did I ever make anything personal? The only time that I've ever discussed this person was when they quit YouTube. And I made the video again last night because everything that I said in the video that I made yesterday was everything that I've always said from the beginning. It's never been about this person's work. It's never been about this person's intelligence. It's never been about if this person is cruel to animals or not. It's never about if they're sniveling or if they're cowards or liars or spread misinformation. It's never been about that. And for somebody to be so upset about their community putting a bunch of hearts and telling everybody how much they love each other, I'm sorry, I didn't know that was bad. So if you guys want to do me a favor, if you just want to mash the living fucking shit out of chat with a heart and smileys and peace signs and tell each other how much you love each other, please do. Because that kind of shit annoys certain people. Give me a break. When there's YouTube, narcissism, liars, and thieves only go so far, sir. Narcissistic people, liars, and thieves only go so far. And we're flat earthers and he's Galileo. What? Galileo sounds like clad in black to me. What the fuck is that? When it comes to this white car, when did anybody say verified? I'm sorry. It was ridiculous the amount of words that somebody put in somebody else's mouth to paint them out to be like a bad guy because he got tired of his community telling them how good and how nice of a guy CJ was. That's where this anger and this name calling from Get a Clue comes from, is because people are telling him how much of a nice guy CJ is. When CJ just put up comments on Chaos Sector's video saying, I told Get a Clue that my footage was from 2023, not 2022, like he's claiming in his fucking video. Such a smart guy. Such a smart guy. He's the better person. You hear it too many times in the video we made. He's the better person. He's the one being gaslighted. Bro, you were creating so much fucking gas. You ain't gonna know what to do with it. You ain't even gonna know what to do with it. You're gonna have your hands so full of gas, bro. You better stay away from matches and lighters. Just saying. I'm just saying. Mr. Self-proclaimed expert, but then you fuck up your own car and you admit it on your fucking video. Do your community a favor, sir. Pay for YouTube Premium so they don't have to sit there and watch your commercials because you're too damn cheap. Our community is about love. It's about peace. It's about progress. But it's also about the big fucking boot. And when you sit there and you go as low as talking shit about our community and the emojis and how I call out everybody and how I include everybody and how much the community says that they love each other, that's when we have a fucking problem. Because you can do whatever you want to me. But when it comes to the people that support this channel, when it comes to the people that are over there on your own channel telling you how good of a community it is and how much they like me and how much I'm a good guy, maybe quit acting like you're right 150% of the time and be about the peace, positivity, and progress 150% of the time, and maybe things will change. I never thought it would get to name calling. I never thought it would be personal. That is what it is. When you attack the community, everybody should love each other. Everybody should be happy to see each other. Everybody should be able to come to a place where they can put emojis in chat and they can tell this person, I miss you, good to see you, how you doing, how's your brother, I love you, thanks for being here, love, 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 love. What is wrong with that? And to sit there and say that our community is flat earthers and you're Galileo, when our community is flat earthers and you're Galileo. If anybody wants a response, just refer them to the video that I made. That's why I made it. And if anybody really wants to do their honest work, then watch the fucking live streams, because I've always said the same thing the whole time that I said in those videos. And for somebody to get upset because I tell another channel that I had already reached out to Mr. Clue and told him about the footage being from 2023, because I don't want people to sit there and put it out there that I'm putting out information that's not true, right, Mr. Misinformation? So when CJ hears that somebody's claiming that CJ's footage is from 2022, CJ's gonna go to their fucking channel and write on the comments so every single person that comes and watches your ass say 2022 goes and sees and says, oh, CJ said it himself. But no, sir, you deleted the fucking comment so you could look like, so you can call my community what you want to call them. You are the most narcissistic POS on this fucking platform. And there's a reason you didn't meet your fucking goal. Keep showing who you are, because you really showed it today more than I ever thought you would, sir. Bravo. And that deserves a fucking round of applause, Mr. Clue. You went way beyond what I even thought you were going to do when it came to being as ugly of a fucking soul that you have. You just made it so much more obvious than I ever thought you would. Thank you. Flat earthers. I'm sorry. When you say something about the community and you want to talk shit about my fucking community and how much we love each other, fuck you, asshole. You want something? Let's do it. What's up, Skittles? Ticket number 1, you fucking bully. K. Miller, golden ticket number 4, thank you. 49er, number 5, appreciate you so much. Dre, ticket number 7, I love you all. Katrina, ticket number 8, thank you for letting us know so quickly, and thank everybody in the community for the work that you guys do, because you know what? I get so much more information that I can even use in my shows, and you guys know that, because everybody that gives me information already knows that I can't get to everything. You guys are fucking amazing. We are confused. Get your head out of your ass. Kim, ticket 9, thank you. And if this pisses you off, I'm sorry. But at the same time, I'm not, because this shit needed to be said. You don't talk to somebody else's community like you talk to mine in your fucking video, bro. Latitude, ticket 10, Detective Golden, Nefarious, Yoli, ticket 11, thank you so much. Cheryl Butler, ticket 13, Ania's mom, ticket 14, appreciate you. Kib Kitty, ticket 16, thank you so much. You're good, Detective. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I wish I could put fucking hearts all over my damn screen, you know? Drop as many fucking emojis as you want. I don't care. I love it. Anytime that anybody's ever came in this show and I've said emojis, I always told you I love it because it's like a cartoon in chat. Please do. I love it. Caddy, ticket 2. Diana, ticket 17. Appreciate you. Thank you for hopping in. Bianca, ticket 19. What's up, D. Marie? True Crime Cult. What's up, Melissa? Ticket 20. Need a damn drink. Showed me more than I ever thought he would. I was like, bro, you just fucking made yourself look even more. There's some hearts right there. Wow. Ticket 26. Aaliyah, thank you so much. Thank you, Katrina. I want to thank everybody for being so peaceful, positive, and progressive this whole time, too, really. Because you know what? Like I always told you, I'm only 1/4,000th of this. Just like I said earlier today in the show, I'm only 1/4,000th of this. It takes all of you. This is us. This is us. Golf Inspector, thank you for hopping in. What's up, Mary? This is us. What's up, J Money? Appreciate you. What's up, Michelle? Steve W, ticket 28. This is us. What's up, Kelly, ticket 30. Collateral damage, ticket 31. Thank you. Oh, we got two. Golden ticket 31 and another 31. Holy crap. All at the same time. You all are connected in the soul. Look at all these emojis. I love it. And I'm not even at the part where I started talking to you guys. I love it. Emoji, emoji. Emoji, emoji. Emoji. What's up, Sue Ann? Emoji, emoji, emoji. I love it. I love it. This is before I was even talking. What's up, SM? Right? Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Dandy Patch? Ticket 38. What's up, MM1 Bella? Appreciate you. Yes, ma'am. Behind a damn keyboard, right? Detective, you're funny as hell. Hey, we are. Like, for somebody to get mad that we tell each other how much we love each other and we have emojis all over, I was like, and then said, you're all flat earthers and he's Galileo. And I'm like, yo, this is too much. This is too much. You can call me a bunch of names even though I ain't even went that way with you. You know, you can call me a bunch of names even though I never went that way with you. I never made it personal. Never said called names, never questioned the dude's intelligence, never said he wasn't good at what he does, never said nothing in that. All I said was that I reached out to him and let him know that the footage wasn't from 2022, it was from 2023. Dude gets upset. Really? And then makes the video we made before about, yeah, you guys need to pay $1,000. You guys need to pay $1,000 for me to do a live stream so I could tell you how mad CJ's gonna be. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So then I talked about it last night before, and I made my video about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, nobody needs to be confused. I just said I don't want to associate with people that are fucking greedy and have, ill intentions when it comes to the community and the support from the community. What's wrong with that? And that deserves to be called a sniveling coward that's a liar and spreads fucking misinformation? That deserves for the community to be called flat earthers? And he's fucking Galileo, and the emojis, and they love each other, and that's all they don't talk about the facts. They just talk about how much they love each other. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? This is supposed to be about peace, positivity, progress, love, peace, all that shit. That's what I preach all the time about, doing shit together. What the hell? Calls me a clown. I mean, all because I said I reminded him that he was wrong. I'm sorry. Somebody kept saying you were wrong. You were wrong. I know. It's my own footage. It's 2023, not 2022. So when I'm going to say, yo, because who's going to be affected by it most, right? This is where I'm coming from, and this is why I leave. This is why he deleted my comment on his video. Because when people do that, right? It doesn't matter. This is where I come from. It doesn't matter if I reach out to that person personally, because that person that comes and watches the video that hears him say 2022 automatically goes, oh, that's CJ's from 2022. That's why I put my comment on the videos and I don't reach out to the person, because I want the person that comes to see the video to see CJ say and correct that person. See what I'm saying? That's how you know he deleted my comment. And then when he says that I have another account, or somebody else reached out and told him that, dude, you had so many people reaching out to you telling you that, man. Because everybody fucking knew, because everybody knows how often I sit there and tell people when my footage was recorded. And then you get mad at me and you want to start attacking me because of that? Bro. The higher they fly, the harder they fall, right? Watch. Bro, you need to settle down on your ego, you know? Whoa. It's as strong as the Stetson cologne. His ego is as strong as the Stetson cologne. It's like, fuck. Holy shit. What's up, Freckles? What's up, Crime Lies 45? I'm going to be going into some of your stuff tonight, too. Shout out to you for all your hard work out there, man. Shout out to you for all your hard work. Yeah, it's what it is. It's about all theories, thoughts, and opinions. Peace, positivity, and progress, man. Sorry, somebody told you were wrong, and you know, somebody told you were wrong in the general public. Whoa, that's what upset you, bro. Whoa. And just because I don't want to associate with somebody that complains about not having 2 pairs of Nikes when I just want to have one. Come on. What the fuck? I made the video. It's the last video. It's greed, and it starts off with greed. Yeah. When you talk about the community, I don't give a fuck if he thinks I'm a sniveling coward or whatever. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, please. Please. But when you sit there and say that the community's flat earthers and you want to complain about emojis, and you want to delete my comment to you, reaching out to you, which is mainly everything that I was leaving on other people's channels that you got upset about, you wanted to delete that to then use that as fuel to be able to feel like you could say what you wanted to say. That's manipulation. Just like he's trying to manipulate people to pay $1,000 for a live stream, and it didn't work out. You know what I mean? Like, manipulation all over the fucking place. The dude complains about not getting enough, but yet, look at that. He raised $400 out of 1,000, right? Why don't you pay $15 a month, sir, so your community doesn't have to see fucking commercials when you're playing them videos? You know what I mean? Greedy. Like, greedy. You know what I'm saying? When I'm broke as shit from the beginning of the show, everybody, you can go from the beginning of my show. I wasn't making any money. I was broke as shit, and I was still paying $15 a month for YouTube Premium so people wouldn't have to watch commercials on my damn show when I'm showing them videos. That's where I fucking come from. And his ass is making all this money off of these videos, the views and the fucking contributions and the Substack. Bro, use a Discord, man. Don't make your community pay fucking $150 to $200 a month so they can have a private chat feed. Open up a fucking Discord for your community so it's fucking cheaper. You know what I'm saying? It's hard enough for people to make a living as it is right now, and you're charging your community extra fucking money to have private chat rooms, and you're not even spending $15 a month so your community doesn't have to see commercials when you play a video? Golden ticket, Sierra, thank you. That's not the energy. What's up, Paula? That's not the energy. Ticket 50. It is us. It always is us. It's you could you can go to any of my fucking shows from the very beginning and you can see I'm the same motherfucker as I was from the beginning. You can see on the bottom of the ticker it's about peace and positivity. You can hear all of my words about community and doing it together and loving each other and supporting each other and all of this. God forbid I correct somebody that needed to be corrected that is too egotistical. My bad. 53 Beckles, thank you. My bad. But yo, you attack the community. That, like I've always told my community, I've always told you, I'm that friend that even if you do that shit to my friend, I'm flying after your bully ass. So when you attack my community, guess what? Oh, you're attacking me the same way, motherfucker. Just like my friend. You attack my friend, you attack me the same way. That's why I tell people, you'll never have another fucking friend like me. It's the truest shit you will ever hear. Because I don't bullshit on the 150. And when I mean 150, I mean 150. I appreciate it, Diane. It's not venting. I'm standing up for you because that when you go as low as attacking the community for fucking using emojis, so what if I want to take a fucking half an hour out of our show to sit there and talk to each other and you know what I mean? I want this to be community. Do you know why I take a half an hour or however long I take to sit there and make sure that I say, hey, what's up to everybody? To see the things that they're going through because they type it in chat? To sit there and ask how you're doing to tell you how much I appreciate you? Because I would rather take however long it takes in the beginning of my shows to make sure that every single one of you feel included. The ticket number isn't for me. The ticket number is for you. He doesn't understand. This is the best community, and I don't say that because every other fucking YouTuber says it and they don't fucking mean it. I fucking mean it. There's plenty of fucking people out there that'll sit there and let that video about stuff that's being said to their community, they'll sit there and let it fly. No. This community, I can't. I talk to my mods about how bad I feel that I can't get to every single fucking piece of information that you all give to me. You want to know why? You want to know why all I literally do, and all of my mods know this too, all I fucking do when I'm not live is I work. What am I working on? I'm working on all the stuff that you guys send to me, and I mix it in the stuff that I'm working on. And I can't get to every single thing because then I have to do a live show. And it's every day, and that's why. I know some of you guys sometimes get upset that I didn't get to this part of the information, or maybe you might be upset 2 weeks later because you sent it to me 2 weeks ago. And I totally understand that. And that's why I don't even get upset. You know what I mean? But my mods know I do feel bad that I can't get to every single little bit of information because you guys do an amazing job. You know, I know you guys do an amazing job. I know a lot of you guys love doing that stuff just like I do, but you're not comfortable to be on the platform. And that's why you give it to me, because I do have the voice and I am comfortable to be behind a camera. And that's why you trust me. And I love that. That's why I say that I don't, when it comes to me, I was going to be a sports show, but I turned into true crime because you guys send me this stuff and I know the stories that you go through and that you've been through. And I know how much this means to you. So how can I sit there and talk about sports in good conscience, knowing that you guys are sending me articles about missing kids and sending me articles and videos and documents about missing people and crimes and all this other stuff? How can I sit there and talk about sports? And when narcissistic, greedy people attack the beautiful flowers that exist in this true crime community, when somebody's walking through these beautiful flowers that you guys are in this field of peace, positivity, and progress, and you're your own little beautiful flower, you got Mags with that on the top of the flower, and you got the Yoli flower, and the detective flower, and the Nevada flower, and the Kid Kitty flower, and the Caddy flower. And somebody's walking through there with a fogger all over these fucking beautiful flowers. That's when my motherfucking farmer ass runs out in that damn field and starts wailing on that motherfucker. You don't dare fuck with my flowers. This stuff we've created, fine wine takes time. Do you think everybody's as comfortable as they are coming in right away? No, we've had people in the last couple shows tell us that they were just lurking for a long time and they're finally able to start messaging. This shit is real. Every single person has feelings. And to minimize the community because of emojis and how much they love each other and how much they support CJ, and because somebody in a respectful way already let other people know that they let you know on your own video that it wasn't 2022, which is a huge lie if you spread it. Because, like I said, if somebody comes into that video and they're like, oh, wow, CJ, 2022, Get a Clue said 2022. So CJ's videos from 2022? That's why CJ left it on his video. It's not my fault. He deleted it so he could use that as fuel to say what he wanted to say about us in the community. Freebird, I want to say thank you so much. Give me 1 second. I'm going to start doing this applause now. Every time you get one of these contribution call outs. You got one of those too, bro? I bet not. Contribution call out to Freebird for the 10 gifted memberships. Give me 1 second. I gotta scroll up and chat and see who the rest of the people are. Holy shit, I see some other colors in there. J Money, Paula, Freckled, Yoli, nope, Paula and Freckled, Holly and Harley Ryder, Devo, Carol, Christine, Metal, and Fable. Damn, thank you so much, Fable, for the thing. Holy shit. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you, and I know that you guys know that you do. I appreciate you. I really need to get like a soundboard so I can boom, boom. Now I've got flipping. All right, here we go. What's up, Sarah? Like I said, I already made a video about it, and it's already about stuff that I've said before. And he's like, I don't know why CJ said, bro, you were on me, bro, because I told you were wrong. My bad. My bad. I think I know my footage better than you. I don't know where you got the idea that it was from 2022. I don't know. Maybe the same path that you came up with the cruise. I don't know. But it certainly wasn't from us. And for you to spread information, misinformation about my video, no. How convenient he deleted my comment, because then people would probably go, oh, that's CJ. Let me go to his channel, right? Oh, shit. CJ's the one that told him that it was from 2023, not 2022. Why didn't you just make a new video, bro? Why didn't you just make a new video and get rid of the 2022? You didn't even do that, did you? Oh, no, you got rid of your channel instead. It's like, give me a break. Flat earthers. You know what I'm saying? And he's Galileo. Bro. Aw, Leah, thank you so much. Hold on. Let me flip that super chat up there. Contribution call out to Leah for the 1999 super chat for being Alpha CJ and the best mods ever and to the best, most loving. I love the caps on that. Most loving community. That's damn straight. That's damn straight. Most loving community, for real. Hey, narcissism and greed, you're stealing from the true crime community. And that can only last for so long. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. There's the yin and the yang, people. You know what I mean? You got good and evil, unfortunately. You know, I don't understand. I'm honestly surprised that others can promote him. I don't, bro. Wow. I don't understand. I don't understand. You can hear it yourself. It's his words, not mine. You can hear it yourself. Make a clip of me calling him a name, right? Good luck, because there's not going to be one. I never called him a name. I never made it personal. Never once. Moto Man, hold on 1 second. Thank you. Holy shit, dude. Moto Man, what the fuck? Hold on here. Damn, bro. Contribution call out Moto Man. $100. Here's some for the channel. Thank you so much. Damn, bro. Thank you. I love the blue shirt, man. Look at that. That's evil CJ Blue, baby. Evil CJ Blue on that shirt. Love it. Love the photo, man. That's pretty snazzy. Thank you so much. Damn, bro. Wow. Damn, bro. I just don't like. I normally I would have. It would have. Like I said in the video. I'm like, it doesn't matter whatever he wants to say. I am. But when he said that about the community, I'm just like, yo, dude. You picked it with you picked it with the wrong motherfucker, dude. You picked it with the wrong motherfucker. Ego will put them blinders on you, yo. Ego will put them blinders on you where you don't even see shit. Yeah. Yeah. $150 a month? Yeah, that's not a lie, trust me. Unless he just changed it when he deleted his channel. This was fairly recent, so hopefully you know what you're talking about, because I do. What's up, Yoli? $50 super chat. Hold on, let me get the applause for you too. Just keep going. Thank you so much, Yoli. Thank you for everything that you do out there too. Also in the community as well. You guys are not. You guys don't only support this show, and this is what I love about you guys. This is what I love about you guys. You guys don't only support this show, but you support all of these other shows too. And I love it. I love getting in a show and all of a sudden I see all these familiar faces that I see in my show, and it's just so awesome, man. It makes me feel so good because it's like, man, you know what? The days where I question if I'm even doing the right thing, and those exist. We're all human, we're all human. There's days I wake up and I wonder if I'm doing the right thing. But with seeing you guys, I don't know how I could ever be away from you guys, really. Well put. Well put, bro. Well put. Well put. It is what it is. If anybody's joining late, I would suggest starting the show after the intro. If you want to hear what needs to be said. Loyal to a distraction. Yeah. What's up, Sue Ann? Thank you. What's up, Crime? What's up, Kelly? Kib Kitty gifted 5 memberships. Holy second. 1 second here. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy tonight. Hold on. Applause. I'm just gonna hold on. Go ahead and throw that up there. Shit. We'll just leave it up there for the contribution. Thank you, Kib Kitty. 5 gifted memberships. Boz, Rach, Micro Blue, Gemini, and Peppermint. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Kib Kitty, for the $5 membership gifts contribution. Always gotten it right by addressing people in his community, whether they donate or not. I appreciate that, man. I mean, it is. It's you guys really are the reason why I do. I don't go into it too much, but you all know, COVID and you guys, it's even when I was, just working 10 hours a day and coming home and starting a show at 8 o'clock at night and going till 11 and then getting to bed and hurrying up and going to work 10 more hours and then coming home and just hanging out to talk to you guys before I even got into the business. That's when it was just world events. I just saw what was breaking that day. I mean, I never had to worry about work or anything, like homework or anything like that. And even back then, I was like, man, it's because of you guys. Hold on one second. I need to like figure out a quicker way to do this. Yoli for the $20 super chat. This place keeps me sane in my line of work. I know. You freaking pitbull. You freaking pitbull. What's up, American Princess? Thank you for hopping in. And Ticket 62. I think this is it is. It's and every single one of you got the same part as I do, you know? Ain't nobody bigger than the other one. Ain't nobody bigger. Ain't nobody bigger. I wish I had one. Trust. 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 Oh, can you imagine the production value? Oh man. Cuz right now like 98% of it is doing homework and going through different things and so, oh man, if I had half that time just to devote to like graphics and production and all that. Oh, can you imagine? It'd be looking like we're on like Sirius XM or something, probably, in due time. You know what I mean? That's why I know the moment I take 1 minute off of work is another minute that I got to wait for the goal in the future. And that's how I look at it. That's why I work so hard. That's why I work so hard is because I feel like that 1 minute that I take off, take off 1 minute. Yeah, but that's one more minute at the end of the road. That's going to be even longer. So let's just keep working, baby. Let's just 24/7. Let's just keep working. Because the more we work, the more we get to that goal, baby. It is what it is. So it's tough, but hey, it's what I understood when I started this. I understood that it was going to have to, be this way like this. Freebird, hold on 1 second. Contribution call out. Love you, CJ. Keep being you. PPP, you're the best. And thank you. And that's why I'm just me no matter what, because I don't ever have to pretend to be something else or remember to be something else or try and act like I'm something else. Don't get me wrong. When I have really bad days personally, the last thing I ever do is I try and let it affect you. So there's days that you guys don't even know that, I've had something personally wrong, go wrong or something in real life, be on the show or whatever, go wrong. And the last thing that I ever want to do is take that negative energy and spread it to you just because of what I went through, because I know you all go through your own bullshit in this thing we called real life. And the last thing that I ever want to do is add on to you when you come to the show. I want to include you with the piece positive. And so that's why, if there are times that I am not being 100%, is because I'm pretending that everything is just fine and really it's not. Other than that, where I come from right here, always 150. I wouldn't say 150 if I didn't mean it. Thank you, Lucy Luhu. I know. I appreciate you. You've been so positive ever since you came in here. Thank you. And please hit the like if you haven't yet. It is a free way. Emojis. Emojis. Oh, SM. Hold on 1 second. Contribution call out. Let me get to you here. $10 super chat. Love you, CJ, in this awesome community. That loser. I appreciate all the love that you guys are saying. I really do. And you know what? I really do. I love your guys' emojis. I've always said it from the beginning. I love you guys loving each other. I think it's beautiful. I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world. And I don't understand why anybody would be upset about that. You know what I mean? If you wanted to be like a straight up detective 100% of the time, well then go to the fucking office. Don't go to a YouTube show, Go to the office. Don't go to a YouTube show. Wrong line of work, maybe. I don't know. We love you. And thank you, Katrina. Really, shout out to you because remember that episode, Katrina, when because I always make my highlights out of my lives because I don't have the time because I'm always busy doing this. When I do make the highlights, I'm up till 3 or 4 in the morning. My mods know that. I'm up till 3 or 4 in the morning making highlights if I am making highlights, and that's from the live show. But if you remember, we were doing that live. Yeah, we were checking out that vehicle, and sure as shit, Katrina, bam! I did a reverse image. 2017, 2018 Elantra. Thank you. I don't know where dude was coming from. What's up, Danny? Ticket 66. Janet, ticket 66. Oh, shit. Thank you, Mishy Girl. And shout out to you, too, because, gosh, when I was only a YouTube show, for real, anybody that's new to the show, I was only a YouTube channel. It's been around maybe a year since Mishy Girl first came around the show. I was only a YouTube channel for a couple months, and Mishy Girl was always coming in and coming to hang out and giving the show a shot, and she was always so helpful when it came to information in the very beginning. So I just want to say shout out to you, Mishy Girl, for being around for so long. I think it's been about almost a year now. It's getting close to a year. I think it might even be a year, actually. What's up, Ann? Danny, hold on one second. Super sticker. I think I know what that is. I think it's the coffee cup. Hold on. Contribution call out. Danny. Got to make sure. There it is. Yeah, it's my favorite. The prickly pear with the coffee cup. Thank you for reminding me because I barely drank any coffee out of my coffee cup because I've been just chit-chatting a little bit. I appreciate you guys. I don't know. I don't give it. Like I said in my video, I don't give. It's when you attack my community, that's when we got problems. Because I'm that best friend that'll rush up on the person you're bullying. That's how much I give a fuck. Megcellent. I love the name. Hold on one sec. Hold on one second. I'm gonna hit the like and the heart on that. That is, I'm a broke college student, so it ain't much, but I want to support your channel. I always, oh, thank you so much. That's a artistic picture too. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker chat because it's got like a number 1 with the freaking little crown on it and everything. That is so cool. Thank you so much for that. Let's celebrate. How do we do that? Oh, I thought it was a thing that I could like do something extra on the screen. Thank you so much. I love that name too. Megcellent. Thank you. I appreciate that. What are you going to school for? Soulshine, how you doing? Don't try and hide anything. You do all you can to support your. Yeah, you make us all feel just as important. So thank you for the kind words and the support, Soulshine. I appreciate that. Ticket 61. What's the point of going to a party by yourself, you know? Oh, thank you so much. What's the point of going to a party by yourself? Let's go kick it together, you know? Storm Dancer, hold on. Contribution call out for the membership for 3 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate that support too. Definitely, if you are a member, thinking about becoming a member, or just became a member, here is the membership playlist link. So you go ahead and take a gander. Is it going to show it? Oh, hold on. There we go. Go ahead and take a gander. We'll be doing some this weekend. And we got a good members only coming up for you this weekend on Sunday instead of the OJ25. Just wait. Oh boy. Behind the scenes, baby. Members only. Trust me, you'll see what I'm saying. Monday, we're having the special on the Alabama Indiana manhunt. And then within the week, we're going to be heading up to Delphi, and I'll be doing some members only stuff up there, but also some regular stuff too. You know, we're going to have regular shows where everybody gets to see anything, but for the behind the scenes footage and the trips there and back and stuff like that, that's a little extra for the members too. What's up, Phidippus? Thank you so much. Love you too. That's all we could do. That's what I'm saying. Even those days where I feel like I'm like, man, it's like, you know what, dude? You take 10 minutes off. That's 10 minutes at the end of the road that you got to wait even longer. And I just buckle up and I keep fucking going. People don't understand. People are like, yo, you work so much. And it's like, it's all good. It's all good. It doesn't bug me. It doesn't bug me. Grime and Crying, it's clean and that's a cool name. That's cool. What's up, Typically Unique 76? Thank you. Yes, fucking Pitbull. I appreciate you. It's your belief that's my fuel. What's up, Cat's Puppy Love? Thank you. Golden Ticket 69, Miley. Thank you so much. Oh, it's all good, Matt. It ain't even about that. It's like, just needed to clear it up. Don't attack my family. Ticket 79. What's up, Jackie? I was close to that. I was close. Things just have to be aired sometimes. Damn straight. I already made the video I made, you know, because I got tired of people saying it's something it's not. I was like, yo, contribution call out. Hold on a minute. Matt, thank you so much for the super sticker. Let's see here. What is it? Contribution call out. Oh, I love the shades flying down there. That's badass. Look at him. It's like he's going to take on Bowser or something. Appreciate that, Matt. Thank you. What's up, Sleuth and Squadron? How you doing? Moonlight Rays. Oh, anybody that came in, just rewind it to the beginning of the show. Skip the intro. What's up, Moonlight Rays? Ticket 83. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Tiffany Crockett, ticket 111. Thank you. Everyone is so sweet. And CJ, aw, thank you so much. I know there's nothing wrong with community emojis, popcorn, and peace. I love that. I like that. I like that. Popcorn and peace. Popcorn sounds good too. Just the smell of it, even. I love the movie theater. I never get to go enough. Almost on fire. It is. It's me. Wow, I'm going to school to be a hydrogeologist. That is awesome. Wow. That's crazy. That's awesome. My dogs even love you. Your voice is a regular in our house. Oh, thank you so much. It's crazy, you know, like to think that that's even, you know, like, because see, like I was telling another creator, I was having a conversation with another creator, and we, they were asking me, he was like, man, I want to go on camera, but I just get so nervous, you know? He's like, all those people watching me. All those people watching me. And I was like, I get you, man. I said, I get you. You know, I said, hey, when I was watching these true crime shows, I'd be the person that was, you know, chilling in the true crime shows, and people would be like, hey, come up on panel. And because I'd be typing stuff and, hey, come up on panel. And I'd always, just, I don't know. I feel what they're saying, and then it's like after you do a couple shows, it's like you're talking to family on the phone or whatever. And I was like, if you have that much of an issue, think about it like this. You're in the room by yourself, right? Yeah. There you go. Do you see any of the people, like when you're on the stage and you're playing a song or something? Do you see all the people out there that you normally would if you're on the stage? No. You're at home. You're by yourself in your own room. Don't even think about it. Damn, man. It's like that. So to sit there and think that somebody else is like hearing my voice in another house like that, it's just crazy to think about it. So thanks. Can you put yeah, hold on. Yeah, if you want to join the everyone chat, there you go. That's good stuff. Oh, Crime Solver, hold on. Contribution call out to you. I know what I need to do. I need to make a video contribution call out. There we go. That's what I'm going to work on this weekend. I'm going to make a video for you guys. That's a contribution call out to Crime Solver. $10 super chat. Keep on keeping on, CJ. Thank you for giving me that fire to keep on keeping on. And it's just not talking about the $10 super chat. I'm just saying the fire of the peace, positivity, and progress that you bring to every show. Crime Solver, you've always came in. I remember the first few times I saw you come in the show, you were just filled with comedy and peace and positivity. And I just want to say thank you so much. Because, there was a couple of those nights where, like I was talking a few minutes ago, where I was having a bad day, something personally, and I'm on the show and I'm not letting it show. And when I laugh at, some of your comedy, those certain nights, it really helped. You don't even know because you couldn't tell on camera and you couldn't tell through the voice. But you don't even know that those nights, I needed those laughs. And it helped change everything. So thank you. And that's what I mean by your contribution. Thank you for everything. You don't even know there was a couple nights where I just laughed my ass off. Those are the nights that I needed it. Appreciate you. We feel like we're on TV. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you guys are in a way, especially if you come on panel, right? You know, I'm filled with. Well, you too, Tiffany. Shit, I talk about you. Listen, Tiffany, I talk about you on other channels. You know that. Shit. I'm sitting there going, "Hey, yo." Like I'm like normally I don't go to other communities, other channels, and I'll be like, yeah, but yeah, there Tiffany. I'll be like, yo, don't there's two things you don't mess with when it comes to Tiffany. Babies and Reese's. She'll fuck you up, right? You know what I'm saying. What's up, Cat's Puppy? Back at you. I talk about you too on other. Oh, yeah, see? Babies and Reese's. Those two things you don't know. I tell people in other chats because some people out there don't know, and you got to remind them, like, hey, yo, we got to let them know about Tiffany because she will bite your ass real quick. So we take it upon ourselves. We take it upon ourselves because we love you, Tiffany. We take it upon ourselves to be like, yo, Tiffany's one of them trees you don't want to bark up, all right? What's up, Jared? Cat's puppy, ticket 91, thank you. Oh, shit. Starting some fight words. Starts some fight words. Ooh, hold on 1 second. Contribution call. Yeah, she knows. She knows. I don't do that with everybody. 49er girl. Contribution call out. $5 super chat. Love this show more than peanut butter and jelly. Oh, and I love peanut butter. I not the jelly so much. Not the jelly so much, but I do love the peanut butter. I'm more of a I'm not into the jelly. You get it? I'm not into the jelly. I'm more into the peanut butter and honey, That's my kind of sandwich. I like peanut butter and honey. That's what I like to have. All right, give me a few moments here. That's what I need. Peanut butter and honey sandwich. That sounds so good too. Give me a moment here. We'll be right back. We'll start getting into this stuff. There's some updates coming out with these cases. So thanks for hanging out the first 1 hour and 20 minutes of the show. Just chit chatting. But when we do have these, I always put the timestamps in the video so people, if they do want to skip it, they can. We'll be right back. Thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate you. Let's get it on. All right. So there's a couple breaking news things here. Unfortunately, it's not good news. Unfortunately. It says mother of missing Two Rivers boy and another man in custody. Search reaches day 3. So these are the two people that are in custody.
Believe it or not, baby.
You could earn your master's.
What's going on with this?
For under 11,000.
Master's degree for under 11K in less than a year.
Earn your competency-based master's at University of Phoenix.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. The search for Elijah Vu is now in its 3rd day.
3-year-old from Two Rivers was seen on Tuesday morning. Authorities issued an Amber Alert later that afternoon. Now, here's his photo. He's about 3 feet tall, weighs 45 pounds, has brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing gray pants, red and green dinosaur slippers. He could be carrying a red and white blanket. He also has a birthmark on his left knee.
Our Brittany Schmidt is live in Two Rivers with new details about today's search and about the boy's mother, who is in custody. Brittany.
Kimmy, Bill, we confirmed this afternoon that the boy's mother was supposed to appear in court in Manitowoc County this afternoon, but that did not happen. It has been delayed, we're told, until tomorrow, and the case has been sealed. But before it was sealed, we did learn Katrina Bauer has been in police custody since yesterday morning around 4 a.m.
Wow.
A clerk tells us she is facing a possible charge of party to a crime of child neglect. She is set to appear tomorrow with a man facing a referred charge of child neglect. His name is Jesse Vang, and court documents connect him to the area the boy went missing. Vang has been in police custody since Tuesday. the day state officials issued the Amber Alert.
Wow.
It remains active. Two Rivers police have not given us any new details about the investigation, but the community continues to rally around the missing little boy and search for him.
I think it's awesome that a small community will come together for this cause.
Shit.
And the fact that, nobody really knows who this little boy is, but we're all here for him. And, people can fight about whatever they want to, but this is all about Elijah and finding him and justice for him.
It means something good. It means that other people got the message and that other people are willing to strap their boots on and go search.
This is not good.
Two Rivers Police remains lead on the investigation. They tell us that any new information will be posted on social media,
more.
on their Facebook page. In the meantime, we do know that the FBI is assisting local and state authorities with resources. When asked what type of resources, they tell us they can't give us that information yet. Reporting live in Two Rivers, Brittany Schmidt, Action 2 News.
There's another video.
Brittany, thank you. We wanted to show you the missing boy's picture once again.
This is not good.
Pool, last seen Two Rivers Tuesday morning. Call the number on your screen with any information you may have.
This is not good. Oh my lord, this is not good. Oh man, this is not good. The FBI. Is it the F? Hold on. This is not good. Hold on. Where in the hell did it go? FBI part of the Oh no, this is not good.
Also learned the FBI is part of an investigation in Calumet County at the Hickory Meadows land.
Is this really another? Oh my god. Is this really? Yeah, we went through that this morning in this morning's show. We covered it this morning when it came out. Actually, we were meaning to talk just Audrey, and we ended up talking because it just broke when it came to the shoes. And yeah, we kind of, if you guys missed earlier show, definitely check it out. We explored with Google Guy, and there was a lot of thoughts and stuff that we had regarding our exploration around the area. I think AG said something that was covering the here, I'll show you real quick. It was covering or it was facing the what is it? What was the address again? 3900 what was the address again? It was like the 3000 block of something. Do you guys remember? Anyway, we looked at the Google Guy earlier, and we were kind of looking around, and I think AG said that he found a camera that was coming from or pointing towards that back lot that we were looking at, because I think that's where it probably, and go figure, there's a dumpster right there. What's the address, everybody? I can't remember what it was. No, it was found by the trees. Maybe one of them. Oh, what's up? Hey, what's up? Uh, 40th Street. I thought it was like, oh, is that what it is? It was like the 3000 something. So let me see. Hold on. Let me see. 2904. And I'll show you what we were talking about here. Because when I was doing the Google guy, I was looking around. And because right here now, because I was looking around and, oh, no, that's not it. Up here? Hold on, where in the hell? No, that's not it. Is it up here? There it is. Okay, here we go. I went the wrong way. So when we were looking around, now that's where they found one of the shoe right there. That's where they were looking, right next to that thing back there. Wait, let me see. So shit. Because it was at the front of that building. So when we're looking back here, I'm sitting there and I'm going, hold on a minute. If you're up here, right? Not to say somebody's not going to pull over to the side of the road and run and grab a kid. It happens all the time. But what I'm saying is when you look from here, it'd be really hard for nobody to see it, right? But if you're back here, especially when he was found up there, then nobody's going to be able to really spot you unless you're living here. That's why I thought it had to be somebody that lived right there, because unfortunately, that's why I felt the shoes were there and they took off with the kid this way. Isn't that, oh man. Now, AG said something about a Ring camera. I think off of one of these properties that would show everything. Maybe it was this house. There was a Ring camera that was supposed to show everything. That was supposed to show everything. So if AG hops back in, we'll have to ask. I wonder if it's this address right here. 2811 39th. I wonder if that's what it is. But here, we'll go to this video here real quick.
Samantha.
FBI is part of an investigation in Calumet County at the Hickory Meadows landfill.
Samantha Cavalli joins us now live from the scene to describe what's been happening over there. Samantha.
Bill and Cammie, we have been able to confirm that the FBI is here on site investigating. However, they have not disclosed to us what exactly they are searching for or what the focus is. We want to show you aerial footage that we got from our partner station, WISN, earlier this afternoon. You can see in this aerial footage, it's a clear picture of what is unfolding here. Now, there's a blue tent that is set up in a part of the landfill with an excavator that's nearby. Now, there's also orange cones, some yellow crime scene tape as well. We've also seen some crime scene technicians in white suits. Many have been digging through garbage here at the landfill, as well as marked and unmarked investigator vehicles. Now, a crew on the ground tells us that some FBI agents turned them away from the landfill property. Now, this landfill
That's
here in
not
Calumet
good.
County is actually one of 3 used for Manitowoc County as a garbage disposal place. And right now, that's where they're looking. They're looking here at this landfill. But as soon as we know any more information about what they are investigating, we will let you know on air and online. Reporting in Calumet County, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.
And I'll keep you updated, whether it's on the show or a community post. I'll keep you guys updated. So sad. What the hell is wrong? You know, there's so many people out there that, you know what? There's so many people out there that have to pay a ridiculous amount just to be able to adopt a child, you know? Ridiculous amount to adopt a child. And you do stuff like this. You know, is it that child's fault? Give that child an opportunity. That's the only thing that we miss in this life, right? The conversation about Nikes against Winner's Choice and Voight. Opportunity. It's always about opportunity. Why are you going to take the opportunity away from the future when, if you don't want the child, give it to somebody that does? Because there's too many people out there that would love the opportunity. Just like there's too many people out there that would love to be able to have Nikes. It's horrible. The greed and disgust during these times is just, where do you get your soul from? Where does your soul come from? Go one street over to 40th? Yikes, go down. Ah. This frickin' thing, I swear. What, this house? Oh, yeah, right there. There's a ring cam. And I bet you that one's a ring cam too, on the garage. Right there. I bet you that's a garage one too. They got one on the garage. Right here. Yep, that's a ring cam right there. Fuck no. Fuck no. Seriously? Don't tell me. Oh my gosh, don't tell me. Oh, for real? Oh my gosh, what's it called? I want some. Because I hate having to like squeeze the fucking honey out. Just, just so a little bit comes out, Fuck, that'd be sweet if I could just whoosh, right onto the sandwich. That'd be beautiful. Son of a... Right? Wrangler. Wrangler. Did you get your pants at Kmart too, Crime Lies? Kmart and Goodwill? Ain't nothing wrong with it, because, hey, I'd rather have food in my tummy than brand new pairs of pants. Well, plus they're both in custody, so I'm sure they're working the stories off of each other one, and one of them ain't being real. Yeah, we did this, and then it's kind of like, I wonder if, but at least that the only thing that we can hope, is maybe they're not getting any answers. And so they don't want to let that opportunity go to waste because there's not that kind of information yet. Maybe, because they saw what happened with Quentin and they didn't want that to be that drawn out or whatever. So maybe they're just going to double check. Maybe there is no evidence. That's what I can hope for. If it's not them saying that they went there or that they did that, then let's just hope that there's no evidence of that taking place and that he'll turn up. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. But then why would... Okay, but this is what doesn't make sense, right? This is what doesn't make sense. Why was the shoes on the other side? Or no, because it went spout, corner, bush. It had to be on the other side of the apartment building, the front left corner. So why would the shoes, right? If you're gonna throw the young child in there, why would the shoes be on the other side? That's my biggest question. So what would have taken place on the other side for them to then go to the dumpster here and not the dumpster that's closer? What? That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping, excellent, because when I look at the shoes and I'm going, you got a dumpster that's just right by a truck in the other parking lot, right? And you got a dumpster here. So I could see maybe the shoe being by the dumpster. But what would have taken place over on the other side for them to then go dump to this dumpster and not the other one? But maybe he was abducted. They don't want, because they collect it 7 days a week, right? Maybe they're being proactive and making sure that he's not there before they really can't find him, like what happened with Quentin for a long time. It took a long time for them to find him, right? And when you look at this FBI crew that's there, okay, that's a lot different than Quentin Simon. Okay. So when you look at how many people are in this crew, you take all of those things together that I mentioned, and that's why I kind of feel like there might just be exploring all avenues, because I feel like if he really was out there, they would have a team, because you're talking a few days worth. And you know what happens to all that. There's a lot of things that go on with this process of getting it to these locations, and then what they do with it and all that other stuff. There's things that are involved. So I feel like they would have a larger team. What's up, Danny? If they would, if it was 100 legit. So I'm just holding out hope. They're just exploring all avenues just to make sure, so that way they don't come to a situation where all of a sudden they got to go through a week or 2 weeks worth. Instead, let's just see if he's here now, because maybe we're not being told the truth, and we can go back to them and say, okay, I just hope. But unfortunately, it's not a good sign. I would have to take a look at the trash schedule. Yeah, let us know. Because, I don't know. I feel, you know what I'm saying, though? Don't you think they would have... It's the FBI, man. They can have as many motherfuckers as they want out there. Don't you think they would have more than 10 people? They found a shoe by the dumpster, but found a shoe. Warm it up in hot water. Yeah, exactly. There might even be, I don't know, but I can't tell. I don't think there is, but it's hard to tell. But there's just 10 people out there. I don't know. I feel like there would be... I fear they already know, but I'm staying... Yeah, same too, Crime Solver. I mean, come on. Even when we were talking Audrey, I'm like, it's not good. We all know this, We just have to be hopeful. Because, maybe it is that one time where LE's just being proactive as hell. Because, think about it. I would applaud the hell out of them, even if this is where he's not at. I'm even more. I'm applauding the hell out of the FBI for being there this early, even if it was just a maybe. Fuck yeah, way to be about it. And thank you to the locals, law enforcement that invited, and then they came here. They're all working together. What's up, Victorine? Listening on my night shift. You're right about the investigation team being so small. We can't lose hope. And yeah. Where are the dogs, though? That's very true. Ticket 97, thank you. It is true. Where are the damn dogs? So that's tough. Well, I'll take a look to see what else is breaking. Here's the next thing. This is with Audrey Cunningham. The cause of death, I'm sure you guys know, because we're just getting on here tonight. The COD. Even worse than we thought. Violence with blunt head trauma. That is so sad. Even worse. Homicidal violence with blunt head trauma. Gosh. Oh, I'm trying to see if there's anything else discussing it. What happened? Okay. We got some videos about it too. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
11-year-old Audrey Cunningham's cause of death, saying that she died of homicidal violence. Fox 26's Dominic Heath is live in Polk County with this update. Dominic.
Yeah, mourners are covering this community in a sea of purple. 11-year-old Audrey Cunningham's favorite color, particularly here at the Trinity River, where the 11-year-old's body was found in the water on Tuesday. And we now know, according to the Harris County ME, little Audrey died of homicidal violence, including blunt head trauma.
I'm truly blessed to have given birth to such an amazing little girl.
Even as 11-year-old Audrey Cunningham's mom tries to grieve the loss of her little girl, we caught up with her at this sunset candlelight vigil.
You know, hopefully with all of our candles together.
I don't think he threw her off. I'm going to put the graphic content up for a minute. Just hit the mute for a minute if you're going to be easily triggered. And then I'll take it off and you'll see the live logo in the top right come back on when you can take it off mute. Just a few seconds. I think what took place is I think that all that mud was from him going to take the body to dispose of it. Unfortunately, I think what happened was he had probably strangled her. And when he got to the location, she started to come back to it, and he probably freaked out and knew that he wasn't successful with what he tried to do before, so that was the only way that he could make sure that he was successful after. My gosh. All right, we'll go back to unmute. I think that's what took place, unfortunately. And I think with the rush of how everything happened, that's probably why he made the mistake and why the vehicle ended up crashing into a tree or creating damage to the tree, and the tree creating damage to his vehicle. And that's why I think it was too obvious, because it probably didn't go to plan for him. Because she probably fought really hard. And he probably wasn't expecting it. Not from that little girl. What's up, detective? People are suspicious of the mom. I don't know. There's a lot of questions. If you guys want to watch, we did a show a couple episodes ago where we went through the phone call that the mom called into on crime lines and lies. A lot of questions.
It'll be bright enough, maybe she can see it.
It clearly isn't easy to understand how a little girl could be taken away so tragically. According to the Harris County Medical Examiner's Office, the 11-year-old died of homicidal violence, including blunt head trauma, and the manner of death is homicide.
Her life was cut short way too soon, but the way in which we lost her.
Audrey Superintendent Dr. Brent Hawkins says there have been a lot of tears and hugs in the hallways here at Creekside Elementary, where Audrey was in 5th grade. In fact, she's been here since kindergarten. So Livingston ISD has now formed a scholarship in Audrey's name and honor.
With a kid like Audrey,
5th grade, and I bet she was so proud she was going to become a middle schooler soon. My gosh.
We feel like that school was her safe place, and she loved school. So
she was probably so excited. It's like when you graduate when you're in high school. When you're in elementary, it's like you graduated to middle school. Gosh.
Oh, that is very befitting that we would have a scholarship that would live on and help other students in their education.
Little Audrey was reported missing last week Thursday after investigators say a family friend, Don Stephen McDougal, was supposed to take her to the school bus stop, but
Thank you,
never
Cherry
did.
Cherry, for
Take
being a
look at
member.
this
Appreciate
screenshot.
you.
A woman who used to be McDougal's neighbor reported this to police, saying it was late Wednesday when McDougal asked if she wanted to buy his SUV. Detectives say it's the same vehicle certain evidence was seen in before it was found at the crime scene. McDougal is now charged with Audrey's murder.
This isn't Mayberry anymore. And so we have to change the way we think about protecting children in today's world.
Where in the fuck is 2024? When was this something new? Hold on. Let me. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, that's why. A population of fucking 1,100. Population of 1,100. No wonder. Yeah, it happens over there too. It's 2024. How about we think about the children before the children get attacked? No? My lord. No shit. Mayberry was 1950, bro. It's fucking 2024.
Livingston ISD has counselors on hand
Do
available
more for the
students
children.
and
What the
staff.
hell, man?
And by
Where
the
you
way,
been at?
the district's Audrey Cunningham Scholarship, the amount of it will be contingent upon donations. No doubt they're going to receive a whole lot. Reporting live in Polk County, I'm Damalie Keith.
How do we donate to that? Does anybody know how we donate to that? How do we donate to the scholarship? They don't even put a link for it. Do they not have it set up yet or something? Somebody, please, whenever this happens, whenever this comes out, let me know. Let me know. Every 5th grader, like I said, it's like when you graduate in high school. Every 5th grader can't wait because they graduate to middle school. It's that moment. It's just like high school when you go from senior year to then you're an adult and you're out. It's the same thing. You've been used to middle school or elementary, at that time your whole life. And then now you got to 6th grade, it's middle school. You got to really grow up. You got to do a lot of homework and every little kid, that's a milestone for every little kid. middle school. You know, they get so proud and they start to become these, you know, mini me adults that they're going to be like in the future. You start to see their personalities go from a little teeny child to now they're starting to develop what that you're going to see what they're going to be like in the future as an adult. They're starting to get that independence and they're starting to get that courage, responsibility. We need to do something with that scholarship because that's a perfect scholarship, man. If it's that's horrible.
Fox 26 News.
Let me know if anybody knows any of the scholarship thing or something. Let me know whenever they get it set up, please. All right, here's some more about the Elijah Vu, and then we're gonna get into some Idaho here.
My name is Ben Meinert, the Chief of Police with Two Rivers Police Department. I'd like to provide everybody with an update on our efforts to locate a 3-year-old missing boy.
End of day 3.
Who's been missing from our community since yesterday morning. Our hearts go out to Elijah's family during this incredibly difficult time. We want to assure.
I'm not sure. There's got to be. Oh, this is so sad, Katrina. You know what I'm saying? They're like so proud to go to middle school. And look at this. The year was only 4 months away. Motherfucker, I swear, some people. Yeah, if there's something that gets set up, let us know. I'm sure there's something online.
Assure them and the public that we are doing everything in our power to bring Elijah home safe.
Because only 1,100 people. That's not very many people. Maybe some people reach out here and there, but I don't. You know how these things go. It's like when we sent Christmas cards, to that little girl that was passing away and was going to have her last Christmas and shit. They're just from these small communities, so they're really not going to have a ton of people reaching out.
Safely. I will not discuss specific strategies related to the search for Elijah because I simply don't want to limit the information our community has to offer. Since the moment Elijah was reported missing, our law enforcement from local, state, and federal agencies, along with dedicated volunteers and community members, have been working tirelessly around the clock to search every inch of our city and beyond into the county. Our search and rescue teams have been combing through our neighborhoods, parks, wooded areas, and they've been following up on all leads and tips from the public. We still have an active Amber Alert. That Amber Alert for Elijah, we're continuing to follow every and all avenues. Elijah is a 3-year-old male. He was last seen at approximately 8 a.m. yesterday in the 3800 block of Mishicot Road here in the city of Two Rivers. Elijah is approximately 3 feet tall, 45 to 55 pounds, with brown eyes and dark blonde hair. He was wearing dark colored sweatpants and shoes with a dinosaur print. I want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to everyone who has volunteered their time, resources, and support to assist in the search for Elijah. Your unwavering commitment to the well-being of Elijah and our community is inspiring. We could not do this without you. As we continue our efforts, I want to emphasize the importance of remaining vigilant and proactive. Additionally, I want to remind everyone to please refrain from spreading rumors and false information. This can hinder our search efforts for Elijah. All official facts and information regarding this search will come from us at the Two Rivers Police Department. Let us focus on our collective energy, on supporting one another and bringing Elijah home. If you haven't done so, please check your home surveillance and search your personal property, but also be mindful of others' private property. We urge anyone with any information, no matter how insignificant it may seem, please come forward and share that with law enforcement. Immediately, every piece of information could be the key to bringing Elijah home. Anyone with information can call the state tip line. We've provided that number, 844-267-6648, or utilize the P3 Crime Stoppers app. You can choose to remain anonymous. The Two Rivers Police Department will provide updates as more information becomes available. Again, thank you. Thank you once again for your continued support and all the cooperation that we've had during these challenging times. Thank you.
Do you have a suspect right now? And where are the mother and father?
Sorry, we're not going to take any questions at this time. Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about why this rose to the level of hamburger? Just talk about.
The search continues for young Elijah Vu.
We are doing everything in our power to bring Elijah home safely.
The 3-year-old was last seen at 8 o'clock Tuesday morning in Two Rivers.
Every piece
Thank
of
you,
information
everybody.
could be the key to bringing Elijah home.
Volunteers compelled to help search for one of the youngest in their community.
I have a three-year-old little boy at home, so this definitely makes my stomach uneasy. I did not sleep last night.
Tonight, what we're learning from law enforcement as search efforts continue for Elijah.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Tonight at 9, the search for a missing 3-year-old little boy from Two Rivers is in its second night. Elijah Vu was last seen at 8 o'clock yesterday morning. Just an hour ago, the Two Rivers Police Department held a press briefing on this investigation. Our Fox 11's Brady Meyer was there and joins us now live from outside of the police station. Brady, you have been monitoring the situation throughout the afternoon. What can you share with us?
Michelle, really from the beginning, there have been a lot of unanswered questions, and after that press conference, a lot of them are still unanswered. What we do know is that Vu is still missing, and that search continues. And really, over the last 36 hours or so, that search and the efforts have intensified to where they're now including state law enforcement, local law enforcement, the FBI, and even community members are helping as well. What we are working to learn right now is what exactly happened, who else may be involved, and the boy's condition. Police did not take questions, instead reminding people once again to stay vigilant. They also again reminded people of Vu's physical description. He has dark blonde hair and brown eyes, weighs about 45 pounds, is 3 feet tall, and has a birthmark on his left knee. Elijah was last seen wearing gray sweatpants, a long sleeve dark colored shirt, and shoes with a dinosaur design on them. He may also be carrying a red and white plaid blanket like the one shared in his Amber Alert photos.
I want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to everyone who has volunteered their time, resources, and support to assist in the search for Elijah. Your unwavering commitment to the well-being of Elijah and our community is inspiring. We could not do this without you. As we continue our efforts, I want to emphasize the importance of remaining vigilant and proactive. Additionally, I want to remind everyone to please refrain from spreading rumors and false information. This can hinder our search efforts for Elijah.
So I mentioned how the community is really banded together right now.
Oh my gosh. More breaking news about Audrey. Oh my gosh. This is... Oh my gosh.
That was on full display just a couple of hours before this press conference when there's a candlelight vigil outside of a local church where people were praying for a safe return home for him. I'll share more on that tonight at 10. For now, reporting live in Two Rivers, pretty much.
Audrey's pants were found at the river's edge. This is I'll leave it up to you guys tonight. I'll leave it up to you guys. Maybe I'll just save it for the morning. I don't know. Let's talk some Idaho. Gosh. It's up to you. We can go for another hour on the topic and then talk some Idaho, or do you want to talk Idaho? And we'll just talk about this. We'll just talk about this stuff tomorrow. There's more stuff that, we watched Nancy Grace last night. She had some new information there. She's got new information again tonight. So we can, I'll do an extended show for you guys tonight, okay? Normally I end at 10:30, but I'll go late tonight. If you guys want to hear the new stuff that's coming out, I know it's Nancy, but at the same time, she is getting some new stuff from this investigation. It's an hour long, so we can take an hour and do that, and then I'll stay on longer to still do some Idaho4. So if you do have a choice, do me a favor and type Idaho or Audrey. I didn't expect this stuff to be coming out tonight. Let me see here. It is. It is tough. Oh my gosh, somebody else copying something else that I did. This is getting crazy. Whatever. This is getting crazy. All right. We'll save you know what? We've talked a couple hours already. We will thank you, D. Marie. I appreciate that. Let me see here. Let me put this in chat. Thank you so much, D. Marie. Hopefully all that fits. Give me 1 second. There we go. So take a screenshot, get the information. There's the information. Get the information. Take a screenshot. Thank you, D. Marie. All right, give me 1 second. We're going to go ahead and switch to Idaho4. We'll talk about this stuff tomorrow. Let's get into some of the stuff we were going to talk tonight. Okay. Man. Ooh. Hard to even demonstrate. It's funny though. That cult video's been out for a year, and we discussed it again the other night, and all of a sudden it's in somebody's episode now. What? Okay. Jeez. And they complain. Yet they have so much more than me. I don't understand. Why you copying me? Why you copying me? All right, Sheath Part 1. This is from, we had her on the show earlier today. And she's going to be, guess what, everybody? She's going to be on our show Saturday night, even though it's going to be, I think she said it's going to be 2 in the morning for her. Our 7 o'clock Eastern shows are like 2 in the morning for her. And she is going to wake up at 2 in the morning so she can join our show Saturday night. So shout out to her. That's humongous support. Humongous support. I'll be on tomorrow morning, and I'll be on tomorrow night. I'll be on both. I'm gonna be finishing up my interviews on Sunday, so I won't be around Sunday morning again because I'm gonna be finishing up all my interviews and stuff for the Indiana-Alabama manhunt. So I want to make, there was a couple interviews that I had left, and I have to wait until Sunday to do it just because of the weather. Saturday, it's going to be too cold, and tomorrow, they weren't able to, so we're going to be meeting Sunday. So Sunday morning, I'll be busy doing that, but I will be there Sunday night. So we're going to check out, we were talking about the Sheath earlier, and I wanted to get to this while she was on, so I apologize we didn't get to do so. But she had this video that she did, and I wanted to play it because we were talking about the Sheath, Touch DNA, DNA Dirty Glove, all this other stuff, and I wanted to show some of Doc Thrifty's amazing work that he's been doing, Crime Lines and Lies, some of the stuff that he's been doing regarding the other players. When it comes to the case. But first, we're going to check out True Crime Overtime with Rosie and her thoughts on the Sheath. Sorry we didn't get to it when she was on earlier. I really wanted to. Yeah, 2 in the morning she's going to be waking up to join the show.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're all good today.
She's so awesome.
So I've been looking at some of the testimony from the Jerry Burns trial. Specifically, I've been looking at the testimony of Dr. Michael Spence, who is the defense's forensic DNA specialist. And I was kind of trying to get an idea of what Ann Taylor's approach might be when it comes to the Idaho4 case and her different options when it comes to tackling the DNA situation. The approach that was used in the Jerry Burns trial, I personally don't think is something that Ann Taylor is going to use. I have a feeling that she's going to be looking more towards the IgG situation instead of what this case's defense was looking for, which was something more to do with transfer events in terms of DNA. However, it doesn't mean that this isn't an option for Ann Taylor. And I do want to start going through all of the different approaches to how this sheath can be argued in court. So the Jerry Burns trial, and specifically this testimony of this expert, is very extensive. It's quite a lot. So I've divided up just a few timestamps, and I'm just going to go through them one video at a time. So today's video is really short. It's really just very introductory, but it does kind of get into what trace DNA is and some of its mechanisms of movement. So I think the timestamp on the testimony is less than a minute. We'll just watch it.
Ticket 69.
Talk about it less than a minute, probably. I did make a little diagram for you guys. And then probably next week, we'll carry on with the same testimony and look at another little timestamp that I've taken out, which relates to bundling. And I want to see how that could apply in Idaho 4 in terms of things like the comforter and materials that fold over each other. But let me not get ahead of myself.
Ticket 101.
Today is just introductory. I think that this is interesting because these are the kind of experts that Ann Taylor is going to want to enlist when it comes to trial and when it comes to tackling this knife sheath in the Idaho 4 case.
That's the most important part. It says trace DNA, and that's a little vague, but we're talking about small amounts of DNA in some instances that are going to be detected on criminal case evidence. As we go around, there are descriptions of ways that trace amounts of DNA and sometimes more than trace amounts of DNA can arrive on those items that are being analyzed. It can be from coughs, sneezes, speaking as I'm doing right now. I'm sure my DNA is right here on this microphone head. Touching, we know now that things you touch, you're going to leave behind skin cells. Dilute fluids, and this would refer to body fluids, presumably. That's what we're talking about here. Sweat, blood.
And think of the DNA dirty glove. Just think of the DNA dirty glove.
Semen, saliva. There are other body fluids that are involved. Mucus. There can be indirect transfer. So you can have DNA transferred from the person onto an object through any of those mechanisms I just described, and then transferred subsequently to another object. And this has been tested in research studies way too many times, probably. The hundreds of papers that have come out, research papers on that. And just talking about the kind of objects we can see from one person to another person. You can get DNA onto another person from the first person. Shaking hands is an easy example. Hugging. At crime scenes, there can be transfer events from people who arrive at that crime scene. Prior to the crime scene, during the crime scene, after the crime scene, there can be transfer events. These are concerns for handling DNA.
Prior DNA dirty glove.
As far as contamination for the people who
DNA dirty
crime
glove.
scene evidence.
Why is it not a
So
conversation?
these are all
Good night,
objects
Linda.
and
Thank you.
persons that can have an effect on what we ultimately see on items at the end, where we're taking a snapshot essentially with our DNA typing as to what's on that item at the very end of the analytical step.
Okay, so that was mostly self-explanatory, but what we did get from that is that when it comes to trace DNA, which is very small amounts of DNA, there's various ways in which it can be moved around, which result in, forensically speaking, which would result in it being detectable on items of physical evidence. Now, the way that it moves around does seem, from what I've heard here, to also depend on the type of DNA or the source of the DNA. So if you're looking at something like coughing, you're not going to cough up skin cells necessarily. I mean, maybe there are some circumstances where you can, but that's something that's a little bit more unique to the transfer mechanism of touch. So there's a couple of things at play when you're looking at different types of movement mechanisms. However, what the movement means is that it will find itself on items of evidence because it's not static. So it's crucial to note that when it comes to these different types of movement, they can be direct or indirect. And in terms of indirect, that can be something that's really complicated and quite difficult to retrace, which is why I'm not entirely sure if a defense strategy like this would be the best approach. It came up in this case as well with the Jerry Burns case and the testimony of this particular expert witness that these transfer events they can introduce some doubt because they're possible, but it's not something so easy to be able to retrace and say, this is why this DNA is here. So in terms of these indirect mechanisms, they would need to involve a kind of intermediary for that movement. So it's not a straightforward movement of DNA from one item to another. And if you haven't seen CJ's glove video, do go and watch that, because this explains it quite well.
Aww.
It reminds me a little bit of the case of Lucas
that's
Anderson, which is also will come up in this testimony more towards the end. So we're definitely going to get to that as well.
Oh, wow.
Personally, I don't think that this would have very good implications for the knife sheath in the Idaho4 case. If there is something else notable going on with the IgG, then it might be better to focus on that. However, I suppose there's nothing to say that we can't examine both options. This expert seems to be saying that these kinds of events with transfer of trace DNA are not as unlikely as we've been previously led to believe in the field of forensics historically. So I do hope you enjoyed that. I hope that it helped. And further on in the week, we're going to start with the concept of bundling. From this exact testimony, I'm going to look at things like the comforter, try and see if there are any implications for pieces of material being folded over in the bed of Madison Mogen, things like what Madison Mogen may have been wearing, what would be the difference if she changed after she got out of the vehicle that frequently gives other people lifts. Is that impactful? Can we use any of this testimony, this expert testimony of Dr. Michael Spence in the Idaho4 case, even though they're quite different in terms of the actual case facts? Can we carry that logic through? I think that there are some instances where it is helpful. Okay, so that's all from me today. I hope you have a beautiful weekend further, and bye. Keep well.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't even know I got a shout out in that. That's so cool. Appreciate her. Sheath, all the blood and no blood on the sheath setup makes no sense. Yes, that glove you showed us, I was mortified, just horrid. I'd fire her, and the guy and lady next her saw it, no care. I know the ISP that was standing there. And isn't it crazy how he turned his head right at the time when she picked up the dirty glove, and then when she threw it in the garbage, and then he turns his head right back over? It's like, yo, if you didn't do that on purpose, you got some damn good timing. Got some damn good timing. Yeah, I didn't even know that. Thank you so much, Rosie. She's awesome. She's awesome. I just wanted to see what she thought about the sheath. I thought, hell yeah. We were discussing it. I even told her today, I was like, yeah, we're going to and then this morning it was just breaking news after breaking news. Sad stuff too. Let me see here. There's a couple old nuggets that Caddy had dropped in the mod chat. One from a while ago and one from yesterday. Is Caddy still in the chat? Let's see. I know she's not feeling good. There she is. All right, Caddy. She's from South Africa. That's why, so like, when I do my shows at 11 Eastern, I think it's 6 o'clock p.m. for her. They're way ahead of us. She's in South Africa. So this is one from News Nation a year ago. This is about release private party drove Kaylee and Madison home from Banfield. Now, I have a feeling there's something interesting that they say in this old nugget, so let us know, Caddy, what you're thinking here.
You probably heard that Kaylee and Madison, two of the victims in the case, after they left the grub truck, that they took an Uber home because it was quite a walk. It would have been about a 23-minute walk, and they were home within 5.
Again, this was aired November 18th, 2022. We don't need people out there thinking that CJ was just getting into this video, right?
Minutes. It turns out they definitely got a ride, but it was not an Uber. What we're being told now through further investigation, the
Just like his footage was from 2022.
Moscow Police Department learned that Kaylee and Madison used a private party for a ride home.
Get that
from
clip
the
on,
grub
Private
truck at
Eye.
approximately 1:40 a.m., which would have gotten them home
Fake
by
ass motherfucker.
1:45, which is exactly the time that the other kids got home as well, Xana and Ethan, the couple that was at the Sigma Chi party on campus. So this is fascinating information because they're not saying what private party means, whether they hitchhiked, whether it was a friend, but someone gave them a ride home from the grub truck that night. Somebody gave them a ride home that is not registered as a commercial vehicle somewhere. So this is a little more tricky, but how the police found this out is fascinating. This might have come from Ring doorbell cams that might have traced whatever vehicle ended up eventually at the home where Kaylee and Madison live. But fascinating to see that at this point, it is a private ride, which takes me back to the grub truck. Is it possible that someone at the grub truck might have actually gone up to the girls and then said, I'll drive you home? But obviously the police know something more about this because they definitely know
It's all
that
good.
there was a ride and it wasn't a commercial ride. This is what they're asking you. If you know any.
It wasn't a commercial ride. I bet you that's what it is. Isn't it a commercial ride when you're working for the university? No? Is that what it was, Caddy? Because it was a commercial ride. I know this was from a... I'm sorry I get to it so late. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Contribution. Call out. Sorry, Caddy. I told you, sometimes I don't get to everything, but I'm trying. Contribution call out, even to my own mods. I love you. Janet Shepard, $5 super chat. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate your contribution to the community. It's all in love. It's all in love. I was just remembering this was something. I'm thinking that, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, though. I'm thinking commercial. Isn't so they said she just said they know for sure it wasn't a commercial.
There was a ride and it wasn't a commercial ride. This is what they're asking.
It was a ride and it wasn't a commercial ride. So is good night, princess. So is a commercial ride. If you work for the university, makes me wonder. If you work for the university, that's a quagmire. Is that a commercial? He deleted my comment when I told him. He didn't want me to. He either didn't want me to be promoted because he's like, yeah, CJ, and you're showing my video, but when I corrected you about you thinking it's 2022 and the last thing that I want, and I wanted everybody on that was coming to see that video saw that CJ said it's not 2022 because we don't need other people spreading misinformation about CJ. You know what I mean? So that's why CJ likes to make sure his comments are seen by everybody that goes to see it. And unfortunately, you have people that delete those. And I'm starting to be reached out by a lot of people that it's the same thing. It seems to be a pattern. Pay $1,000 so I can go live. The driver is from the university. He's helping the university. So is the university a private or is it commercial? Back of their jeans or whatever. That right there. Why would dude take a week off and then go to Taco Bell right after just to make sure he's got an alibi? Taco Bell. And just because you have a Taco Bell receipt, it only takes you a couple more minutes to go back to where you were at. What kind of an alibi is that? Right? What kind of an alibi is that? Is it?
That someone at the grub truck might have actually gone up to the girls and then said, I'll drive you home. But obviously the police know something more about this because they definitely know that there was a ride and it wasn't a commercial ride. This is what they're asking you. If you know anything, contact the police. It is rare this early that they appeal to the public for tips, but these are the numbers and the tip line that you can call or email. They ask for anything. Also, reach out to me on social at Ashley Banfield and TV Ashley on Twitter. We'll continue to investigate. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you for watching. Go to
Maybe that's what it was. They were good friends. Yeah, he said that in an interview, like they were family, and that they were helping him out, and he was the one that provided them the information about the grub truck. Remember? That's what Olivia said, that the private driver is the one that gave them the information about the grub truck. We'll be going more into that here in the future. So tomorrow I was going to do a show where because I brought it up in the beginning of the week. I think it was Sunday or Monday. That I was going to be doing the inside looking read through again. If you guys remember, I was sharing the old one that I did back in January or something a year ago. But I wanted to read through the inside looking stuff again for quite a while, and I thought about, earlier in the week, Sunday or Monday, I was telling you guys I was gonna try and do it Thursday or Friday. Now, some of the shows I didn't have or I wasn't able to have the shows, so it kind of backed everything up a little bit. But tomorrow, unless there's anything crazy that's breaking, I am going to do the inside looking read through tomorrow. Now, with the stuff that's been coming out, with the breaking news, with the other cases, I had originally planned on wanting to do it tomorrow morning, the inside looking read through. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is switching it to tomorrow night. Instead, because I wanted to, with the inside looking read through, I wanted to read through it in its entirety. And not have people have to go through 2 hours or whatever. And so I wanted to try and make it its own thing. So I figured what we would do tomorrow night is I would do the read through, we'd hang out, and then we'd fire up Price is Right, Family Feud, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and all the games and stuff. So, but I'm kind of I don't know what to do. So I'm going to be on 2 times tomorrow, but I really wanted to do the inside looking during the weekday. But I don't know. I just have a feeling like there's going to be a lot more stuff. A lot more stuff coming out overnight with the breaking news, and I think even in the morning when it comes to the other cases. So I probably will just stick to tomorrow night for the inside look and stuff, and just have tomorrow be a call-in lunch hour show again, where we just hang out and just talk about whatever's breaking, and then I'll just do the read through tomorrow night. So I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna be doing our WSU Kim episode part 2. We had to reschedule it from last weekend to this weekend because the furnace just took a shit. So we'll be having that this weekend on Sunday, and then we'll be what else was there that we're gonna be getting back to? The Bloom Kelly. We're going to be doing part 2 on that one. No, let me see. No, I think we already did the inside looking one. We already this one is the HTC Visual Snow. I think I was gonna. That's what it was. My bad. HTC Visual Snow, because we did the Koberger message board, HTC Visual Snow. We already did the inside looking one again. That's right. We already did that. But it's been a year since we read the HTC Koberger message board. Yeah, you can go back to it should be just, I think we did it like maybe a month or 2 months ago. Maybe a month ago, month and a half ago, maybe. Where we did that, and just type in CJ Crime Concepts and then type in inside look and it'll pop up. There should be 2 of them actually. The HTC Koberger visual snow stuff, because we've been talking about the incel stuff, and we'll be doing part 3 coming up with Rosie next week. Talking the incel stuff. Good night, Collateral. Talking the incel stuff. I kind of want to go back into the visual snow stuff, but not because before, when we read the visual snow stuff, we were looking at this. It came out right after Koberger. That's when the arrest just happened, and these documents were just coming out. And we were still kind of semi sucked into the MSM narrative. And so I read those like he was some, even though it was like, damn, the guy's going through a lot of shit, at the same time, I was like, man, this dude's, you could hear me on some of them videos from back then when it first happened, like, man, this dude could definitely do it. He's on it, like, so I'm going to reread it and with a different perspective a year later. So I'll do that. And then the Incel, the Bloom Kelly, other players, WSU Kim, and then the read through. And those are what we're going to be getting into. And then the Paramount, we'll end up doing the Paramount 1, 2, and 3 coming up. What else do we got? We're going to be getting into some of the other players besides Inan. Coming up in the middle of next week, we'll be getting into Emma, Demetrius, JD, JS, all those other people. But tonight, we're going to explore a couple videos, and I can't wait to have him on the show, Crime Lines and Lies. He's been putting in a lot of work on YouTube, posting videos like crazy, and I just can't keep up. So I'm going to play one of them that he came out with, and it's talking about the inside looking, making predictions, and it was pretty damn creepy when we read through them and went through them again, because it almost did seem like they were making predictions, and when that was taking place, I got the feeling like it almost seemed to be like, you know, like an LE that was trying to push a narrative. We did the verdict this morning show, Danny. We covered the verdict in this morning show. We covered it live. But let me see here. Gonna share the channel Crime Lies and videotape. And this is about the inside looking, and it always seemed to me like it was like an LE that was trying to push a narrative and passing on information to Banfield when she was talking about, she was talking about the sources close to the investigation, and she was coming out with all this shit that just was making it out to be like this was all 100% gospel, and it's like, wait a minute, you're not necessarily being honest. And a lot of the stuff that was being claimed on that show, she still does it. A lot of the stuff that was being claimed on the show ended up not even being true. So I really did always think, I know there's a lot of people out there that think it is, maybe, other people. I'm not saying it's not, but at the same time, I don't know. The percentages tell me that it had to be somebody with knowledge, and it had to be somebody that wanted to push certain narratives. It could have been somebody that wasn't even, it could have been somebody that was in the investigation, was tired of seeing all the people type a bunch of dumb shit, and they were getting frustrated. Not even, not even like, not even, not trying to like give information, but they were so passionate. Yeah, Steve. Yeah. I've always felt that it was LE, some kind of LE. Whoever it was, I don't know. I always felt it was some LE that was putting out information, and also the person that was also helping fuel some of the shit that was getting on News Nation. Yes. Yes. Because think about it. Don't you think, listen, if you're News Nation, right? If you're News Nation and you know this stuff's going down, aren't you News Nation? Aren't you reaching out? Hey, would you like to have a conversation sometime? I only feel comfortable over audio. I only feel comfortable over keyboard. Okay. Okay, that's fine. You're News Nation. Okay, that's fine. We can remain. So what have you heard anything today? Yes, I heard. Okay, thank you so much, News Nation. Sources close to the investigation said da 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 da. That's what I think. I think they were LE. That's just me.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Everything you see in this video is all allegedly pure speculation, going off my gut feeling, a hunch, and don't run with what I say.
Boom.
Yeah, thank you so much everybody for your patience and your time as I continue in this series, Too Many Coincidences. We're going to start reviewing Inside Looking. Made some predictions over on Reddit, 6 of them. We're going to start reviewing those today. Get you a quick reminder first. This was written over on Reddit on December the 13th, 2022.
And here's the link to this video too. Go show some love on it, please. And I can't wait till we get him on the show. I want to see if we can get him for the whole show, because I think we would have a wonderful, amazing conversation together. Me and this gentleman right here. Great. Appreciate all the support you do and all the hard work you do for the true crime community, bro.
Inside Looking wrote, a meteor hitting and destroying the Earth is possible, but it doesn't happen. Use common sense. If a huge fight happened at a fraternity that resulted in unalivings, people are not going to be silent about that. So basically, Inside Looking, letting him know that, the chances of the frat being involved and staying quiet about that, a better chance of a meteor hitting. That's how I read that. Basically, just typical Inside Looking, shooting down anybody's theories except for his own, as if, he knows he's right.
Oh.
But a meteor. A meteor.
A meteor.
Man, I don't hear many people talk like that nowadays. Inside Looking writes, a meteor hitting and destroying the Earth is possible, but it doesn't happen. Use common sense. Inside Liking.
Oh, yeah. If you want to hear our reaction to it, yeah, go do the rewatch. Yeah.
Inside Looking likes to use the word meteor. How many people like to use the word meteor?
Dig, buddy, dig.
It's usually just noise. Like there's nothing like you want to listen to. I guess it's kind of weird. I guess you can kind of our walls are really thin, so certain places you can hear certain areas outside or inside, whatever. But I don't know. The place I think you can hear in that neighbor's house, I guess, is in the house is the yard. I feel like the yard is the place where you can hear the most things. So if you were going to hear something that happened at the house, it'd probably be the yard. I feel like probably the sounds inside, I'm guessing, wouldn't carry as much. Just because again, I think that yard is sort of almost an amphitheater setup a little bit. It's got the hill and it's down a little bit, and then above it is the parking lot and another hill. So it's I don't know, it's kind of like a meteor hole. And
what a coincidence. What a coincidence.
What's up, AG?
Inan and Inside Looking both use the word meteor. Interesting. What a coincidence. Let's jump into the predictions, you guys. This is the first one. All right. So back in the month of December, long before Brian was arrested, Inside Looking was over here on Reddit making predictions about these crimes. Here's one of them. Inside Looking writes, speculation, unaliver went into Ethan and Xana room, then Maddie Kaylee room. Huh. Wonder how you would know that. That's quite the speculation.
And we did kind of, if you guys missed the live this morning, we had True Crime Overtime with Rosie on the show. This is one of the things that we were talking about when it came to the inside and the outside. Definitely, if you missed the show earlier this morning, definitely do a replay, because we had some great conversations when it came to the whole show. But when we were talking Idaho4, we had some really interesting conversations. We kind of got into some the depth of some things too. You made the connection with the word no. This is Doc. I never made a connection with the word. I'm the one that hasn't checked out Inan that much. That's why I want to have him on the show, because he's got all of this information, like all these videos too. I want to I want to go through and I want to have him on for a night where we have like 3 or 4 hours and we just sit there and chat. I think it would be a great show, everybody, for real. Like if us two and he just talks to me about Inan, and then I have my natural I have a few questions on a piece of paper, and then everything just comes natural, how I always do it. Uh I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great.
And then the poster writes,
Good night, Janet.
to his message, "What's your reasoning here?
Good night,
I
Cookie.
imagine that it might be more risky for the unaliver to descend stairs and encounter someone that could have woken up on the way down."
Right.
Inside Looking's reply is,
Yeah, we had that conversation this morning. Interesting.
"Investigators' movement in the home. They retraced the unaliver's path. Started kitchen, then Ethan Xana room, and then Maddie Kaylee room." Huh.
Ain't that crazy?
So
do you guys see why I kind of think that it was? Do you see where I'm coming from? That's why I kind of feel like Inside Looking was somebody that knew, that was so egotistical. Think about all the MPD over there. Their ego is big as fuck, right? All of their egos are huge. They're huge. So you're dealing with huge egos, right? I'm sure some of these people were on these Reddit chats. You got an officer on there, and he's going, "What the fuck are these people? They don't even know. Listen to all this shit," and they got to keep seeing it and 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 seeing it, and then they're like, "You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna start arguing with people." Yeah, but he's not huge, but he barks like a chihuahua, Danny. Haven't you heard them describe pain? Danny, the people that know pain describe pain as a go-getter. He's the one that's going to be all up in your face. The chihuahua. They'll sit there and bark and bark and bark and bark and bark until that dog comes up to him, and then all of a sudden they shit in your lap. That's what happens. They sit there and run around and bark and bark and bark and bark and bark and bark. And then when the dog shows up, all of a sudden they shit in their owner's lap. Unfortunately, we're dealing with one right now. But I think he shit in his own mouth because he really exposed himself for what he is today. I think he just done shit in his own mouth. He didn't end up shitting on the owner's lap. He shit in his own mouth.
Been posted throughout the case by content creators and different people.
Talk
media.
about our community like that.
You were able
spread
to
those lies about
retrace
me and call me. I mean, what the hell's wrong with you?
the
man?
movements of investigators
Better wake
and
the
tell that they went from the kitchen to Ethan and Xana room and then the Maddie and Kaylee room during their investigation. Huh. Well, I mean, you must be a genius to figure all that out, investigators' movements from like looking at photos. I don't think anybody I've ever seen, content creators or community members, have ever mentioned anything like that.
No. Yeah, because when it comes to E and X's room and then M and K's in the very beginning of the case, that's what I was saying. That's the conversation that me and Rosie had earlier today. As I was even telling her, I was like, yeah, you can go to the beginning of the shows when we started talking about it. I was coming from the approach of, and I still don't even discount it today. I was coming from the approach of, they went to the second room first because they didn't want, if I'm, as a guy, I want to make sure that I take care of if I'm coming through the second floor sliding glass door as a guy, I want to make sure that I take care of that second floor first, because I don't need somebody coming from behind me when I'm in the third floor room. Right? That's where I was coming from in the beginning. All the way in the beginning when we started discussing this case. If they did come from the upstairs, well, but this is, you can look at the statements from the PCA and you can still see how they went to the second room first and then went to the third floor next. And I'll play it out real quick. So when the person enters the second floor sliding glass door, they go to E and X's room first. They do what they do. The person then goes from the second floor bedroom, which the stuff's going on in the second floor room first, right? That's what makes the dog make noise. Because when you look at the rooms, they're like this. They're like this, right? So you're going to have the sound transfer from E and X's room up to Kaylee's room, which is where the puppy was at. So if they go to E and X's room first and they do what they do, the puppy hears the noise and makes noise, which is what makes Kaylee say, I think somebody's here, and makes DM think that somebody's playing with the puppy, right? So then the person that went in the second X and E's room then goes to the third floor. They're upstairs at the third floor. They commit that crime. Then you hear DM say, it's okay, I'm here to help. It's okay, I'm here to help. To me, if the person started on the second floor first, maybe thought that they had finished both parties and went upstairs, and when they came back downstairs, they heard the cries and whimpers, and then said, it's okay, I'm here to help you. I'm not here to help you survive. I'm here to help you stop crying. That's why you then see DM say that they saw them walking from the second floor living room towards the sliding glass door. There ain't no way they weren't screams, damn straight. Especially when you hear about the different types of injuries that the coroner states. So are you telling me that somebody's walking in with a K-bar like a pool noodle, flying it around like that, doing slashes and gouges? Because when she's asked about stabs, oh no, more like, okay. So if it was something that was more destructive than a K-bar, well, then I could see how people might not scream. If you're looking at how Kaylee was Maddie was laying there, the sheath was in between the two girls. Kaylee was slumped up against the corner. Maddie was laying down, obviously face up, because if the sheath was found on her right side, in between Kaylee and Maddie, well, then that means that she was face up, because if it was on her right side and she was face down, her right side would then be the edge of the bed next to the floor. And it wouldn't even be in between Kaylee and Maddie. It would just be next to Maddie. So she's facing straight up. Sheath is on the right. Maddie's up against the corner. So with the way that Maddie is laying, that person, I wonder if Maddie was even awake. I wonder if Maddie wasn't able to be woken up. and that's why she was there. I think Kaylee was scared, didn't know what was going on, didn't know what the hell was happening, and was up in her room with Maddie holding the K-bar in the sheath because she didn't know what she was going to. And unfortunately, they probably just came right through the door. It didn't take. Who says that Maddie wasn't after that, people? Who says that Maddie wasn't so passed out that she didn't even maybe they put all their weight on Maddie while they were taking care of Kaylee and then did Maddie after that, Because you saw how, yeah, when you saw how she was the one that was kind of, going like this quite a bit. And then you mix some food. I've been there plenty of times, people. I've been that intoxicated plenty of times. And I'm telling you, when I'm out, I'm out. Like, I would have people like throw water on me, all sorts of shit, and I wouldn't get up. I'm out. I'm out. Period. I'm wondering if she even had woke up. But to not hear anybody scream, I don't think so. And how in the hell does the neighborhood say it's a quiet night? Oh, Nicola, I appreciate that. No. It's all good. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you mess with the community, you mess with the family, just like somebody did earlier on their video. And that's why I had a response tonight at the beginning of the show, because it's like, you can say what you want about me. You can call me whatever name you want to call me. But when you talk about my family and my community, and you minimize the community's intelligence of what we have here, and you minimize the love that everybody shares, we got fucking problems. And you just made an enemy you didn't want. It's not my fault. I fired my flare. He's too cocky to pay attention, so now I'm coming. You'll see. You've been a bully for too long, bro. And I saw you do this shit to friends of mine, content creators, before you even had my name in your fucking mouth. So you want to know who's motivated? Just wait, buddy. You're good, Ann. No, it was a good show earlier, and you're welcome, Nicola. I mean it, because as soon as I saw it, it was done. I don't care. Hey, long time no see. Yeah, maybe it's been 5 months, but guess what? The last time you were in, you were a jerk to a community member as well, and you know what? I don't appreciate it, so it is what it is. Yeah, AG, check out the first hour and 15 minutes of the show. Skip the intros. Check out the first hour and 15 minutes. Trust me, he ego gets in your way. It'll keep blinders on you, and because it's too bad. It's too bad you got blinders on. You couldn't see flares. Not my problem. Not my problem.
Being able to figure out the the path that the unalivers, plural.
Ooh, that's a good catch. That's a good catch.
To see if what he predicts is true in this one.
But it could have been. It can be plural or singular too. I can see that.
Let's go to the next one, you guys. It's at the 25 mark of this video. This is where Inside Looking posts a photograph, and this is where he predicts and tells everybody long before anybody knows that law enforcement,
Yes, that's
they
right.
took the handle
Yeah,
of the
remember?
back slider.
Remember?
You guys remember that?
Ooh,
Nobody
yeah.
even
What's up,
knew
LR?
this. Okay.
That's a
Nobody
good, yeah.
even
That's right.
thought of
I
this.
just feel like
To
he's
zoom in on
elite.
the photo and had realized that no, they're not back there fingerprinting the back slider.
I just feel like
They're
he's
actually
elite.
taking the handle. Okay. Right here. It was left open. It should be convincing by this picture, as they took a part of the outside handle for evidence, but not the inside.
I know, miss you, girl.
So what Inside Looking is describing here, you guys, is how...
I know, miss you, girl. When he even claimed that I was like in a group that threatened animals, I'm just like, dude, like, take a like, maybe when you quit the first time, you should have just took the break, you know, because I think the dude needs to take a break, honestly, because you should have just stayed away, bro. Like, some people can handle it, some people can't, bro. Like, just maybe you should have kept going with that break. You know,
Law enforcement,
I don't know.
They took the outside handle
It's like, what's
of the
going on?
slider because according to Inside Looking, the unalivers or unaliver, when he went in the slider, he opened the door but never closed it. Okay. So they didn't need the inside handle, just the outside. But I thought it was quite the little prediction here that the slider was left open. Huh. I wonder how he would know that. You know,
Yeah, just check out the first hour and 20. Like I said, I don't care. I made the video. I don't give a shit what names he wants to call, but he attacked our community pretty fucking hard. So watch the first hour and 20 minutes of the show because you guys do mean everything to me. And that's why I needed to make some things clear. So I appreciate you.
There has been some people that have spoken about that over, you know, the last about
What's
year,
up, Brad?
that they've heard that the slider was left open. Huh. I'm curious to see if they say anything about that come trial time, that, you know, the slider was left open. I heard that, you know, maybe the unalivers wanted the temperature to drop in that house to like lose crucial evidence. Keeping an eye on that. All right, so the next one, let's go to the 26-28 mark, you guys.
Tell Doc we need him on the show for a whole night. Tell him, like a Saturday night. We need Doc on Saturday or Friday night. Come on.
Right here. Cricket writes, I'm not a knife expert, but from various expert interviews I've seen recently, the type of knife likely used dulls fairly quickly, right? Even though her wounds may have been more significant than others, it does not necessarily mean she was the target.
Right. She was the one that
They're
might have fought back
talking
the most.
about Kaylee.
Yeah.
And the order.
And maybe because she had the K-bar in her hand and they knew that she was aware she had a knife and they knew that they needed to, you know.
Inside Looking writes,
that too, Tracy. That's what was.
Unaliver went to Xana Ethan room and then Maddie Kaylee room. So Kaylee was likely the last victim.
Leslie, Billy, how are you?
I am very curious to see if Inside Looking is right about this.
Seriously, yeah.
Describing this time
Because it makes sense. Like, that's what the stuff I'm saying right there is, or the stuff that we're reading is the stuff I was saying in the very beginning. You can go back to my shows back then. I say it.
Not plural.
Came from the woods
like
in the
other
back.
post.
The bushes in the back. Came through.
Has anyone else been arrested?
I should have made a Papa Rogers account.
Isn't that what Brian said when he was arrested?
I should have made a fucking Papa
And then
Rogers
Chief Fry,
account.
when they released the details of the Elantra,
What am I doing being
they wanted to
CJ?
talk to an occupant or occupants of that vehicle.
Yeah, they can.
Guys, keep remembering that. But boy, I cannot utterly wait, because isn't this something that law enforcement would probably be able to figure out due to DNA transfer, what the order was? I mean, not to mention that Inside Looking again is putting his foot down. The unaliver went.
Because you would be able to tell from DNA transfer, because the first victim's not going to have any other DNA on him. The second victim's going to have the first victim's DNA on them, and the second. The third victim's going to have the first, second, and their own DNA on them. And then the fourth is going to have all three other DNA on them if people are investigating it properly. I mean, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to have a conversation with it. Because he knows where I'm coming from. He knows where I'm coming from. But he's got all this information he wants to share with me, too. And I'm like, man, I can't wait till we
in
talk.
this order. Xana and Ethan room, and then Maddie and Kaylee. And then likely Kaylee was last. So
Right.
if
Not
any
like
of the
Joe
other
Dirt.
victims got stabbed first,
Not like Joe
and
Dirt.
then that knife goes into the last victim, I guess, law enforcement will probably know this order, right, guys? For the DNA transfer from one victim to another. I cannot utterly wait
not like
to find
Joe
out
Dirt.
if this prediction is true and if Kaylee was last. And if she was, you might as well just go ahead and slap the cuffs on Inside Looking.
I'm telling you, I think it's LE.
Let's go to the next one, guys.
I think it's LE.
The 27-26 mark.
But I want, and this is why I appreciate him so much, because he's doing his fucking homework, and I want, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's LE, but I want, you know what I mean? Like, I've never been even that person in Linda Lane. Hey, this is where so-and-so says this. And I'm the guy that was always like, I don't know. I don't hear those words. Another, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, I don't know, you guys. like, did we hear that? Really? I don't know. Like, like dot. Yeah, I seen 4 or 5 people sitting outside smoking a cigarette at 8 a.m, and I'm the one going, why are you not a star witness being protected? And the other people are going, oh my gosh, Dot. Oh my gosh, Dot. What else happened? So I'm not saying that anything is going to change my mind or make me go, oh my gosh, I heard that, because people are like, can you hear it? Because your mind, your eyes, your ears will make things come about if you're looking for them. It's when you're not looking for anything in particular, that's when those little things go boop, boop, boop. Because you're not looking for fireworks, you're looking for fireflies. That's where the information's at. It's not blowing up like a firework. No, you need to get all the light out of the sky, because you need to see those little teeny fireflies that just blink here and there off into the distance. I want, And maybe it's because I haven't dug into Inan that much at all, because his stories always changed from the beginning, and I just was like, I'll just work on something else instead of trying to work on keeping track of one to the next, I want to hear this. I want to hear this connection of why people think Inan is Papa. I want to hear that stuff, because to me, it just seems like LE, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not at the water cooler. I love hearing other people's information. I love hearing other people's work. That's why I call it brain stew, because we mix all of our minds together and we come up with this really fantastic recipe. So I want to, okay? I like, seriously, I feel like it's LE. I want to hear all of it. I want to suck it in. I want to, like, all of my mind just like a big old shake, like a Slurpee, just getting all that information in the brain and having it freeze on me and just, I want all that information. I can't wait. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. I appreciate you. Peace, positivity, and progress. Yeah, right,
Here it is
Michigan?
again in a different post.
That too.
Inside looking is very persistent, responding to a poster who has their theory on the targets and what the order was. No inside looking writes, Unaliver went Xana Ethan room, then Maddie Kaylee room, in my opinion.
It's all good.
NFS radar responds, there's no way to know the order yet, but I suspect he wanted everyone upstairs unalived so as not to be disturbed. Inside looking, very persistent, no real.
That's what I'm saying. Very
long response.
Always like, and then gets frustrated and starts almost attacking people. Remember? Almost started attacking people. Excellent. This is one thing I've always said. There's nothing wrong with people that we're believing, right? Because I know how passionate everybody is when it comes to wanting just the truth and the justice for this case. That's why I don't even criticize anybody, even if we have different theories and thoughts on it. I'm not going to criticize you. Because I know that everybody really, truly cares, and I know that you really care about the truth and the justice, and I know that you're willing to explore all other theories, thoughts, and opinions like we are. So there's no foul there. You know what I mean? Where I'm at, the position that I'm in, I have to take on. Think about it, and people don't realize this, I have to take on not only the bullies out there that want to try and discredit the channel, the community, the information that I provide you guys, or my work. They make up lies, they delete stuff to further their narrative, and they just so they can feel like they're justified in saying what they're saying about me and the community. So I don't criticize anybody but I'm in a position where I have to take on that shit, right? I have to take on. If anybody was with me when Dot first came around, before Dot fucked up on another live stream and then went to another live stream, and then it was so obvious, right? I caught pure hell. Anybody that was with the show back then, I caught some of the purest fucking hell for like 4 days because I didn't accept the bullshit. And some of the vile things that people sent to me, some of the vile things that people wrote about me. And then a few days later, all of a sudden, Dot is now 100 exposed as a fucking fake. 2 days after it happened, but I still caught hell for 2 more days because people didn't get caught up. And then all of a sudden, oh fuck, CJ was right. Wow. Stand up for, good for you for not getting sucked into it, CJ. Damn, now we can see, now we understand. It's my job. That's why I'm in the position that I'm in. It's my job to take. I got that shield, baby. That's why I protect you with the shield, like the bullshit that was thrown your direction. I have the shield. I don't mind taking the shield to protect you. So, protecting you is not sitting there furthering the bullshit narrative that was put out there, because I'm sorry, if it smells like a steak, it's not a hot dog. And I'm not going to sit there and tell you a hot dog smells like a steak. It's just not happening. I'm not going to. I respect you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And you guys mean so much to me. How could I ever sit there and tell you a fucking hot dog is a steak? You know? I could never do that. You guys mean too much for me. To me.
It's just Unaliver went Xana, Ethan room, then Maddie, Kaylee room. Same thing, as if,
I understand where you guys come from. You guys just
I know what I'm
want the
talking
right
about,
thing,
buddy.
you know?
I know what
I
I'm
don't
talking
fault
about.
anybody
I'm
at
just gonna
all.
repeat it.
That's why I'm in the position
I
I'm
wonder if he'll end up being right. And
I bet.
Singular again, you guys, not the plural that, in my opinion, somebody made a mistake.
Yeah.
When they accidentally pluralized that word
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see if Inside Looking's right about the
I bet.
order,
I bet.
retracing the
I
Unaliver's
did.
footsteps.
I did. That show I
These
was
are
not.
very, very critical.
I was not having it.
Critical predictions, you guys.
I was even getting kind of semi-upset at my
Let's go to
panel
the 28:05 mark. I don't have a whole bunch
what are you
of time
guys
left in
doing?
this video. I'm
In
going
my
to try to
mind,
squeeze it in.
I'm like, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys like getting sucked into this? In my head, I'm like, I can't believe this shit.
This is where the sliding glass door, you guys. Unaliver. Enter sliding door, exit sliding door. If Kaylee Maddie were targets, the path doesn't cross Xana and Ethan. This is written by Inside Looking. If Xana and Ethan were targets, the path doesn't cross Kaylee and Maddie. Therefore, Xana and Maddie must have been the targets.
Right. Ian K did not reside at the home.
Because Ethan and Kaylee did not reside at the home, is what Inside Looking writes. You see that? So not only, you see he posted it up here with a photo. Unaliver enters sliding door and exits sliding door. The targets don't path. The path doesn't cross, saying that Ethan and Kaylee did not reside at the home, so Xana and Maddie must have been the targets. I cannot utterly wait to see if you're right, man.
I bet.
Take care, guys. Talk soon.
I bet it is right. I don't know what to think. I just know that it's sus that right? Yeah. Yeah, very sus. Very, very sus. All right, give me 1 second. Let's see if we got any breaking news real quick. Let me see. See if there's any breaking news. Vinnie Politan demands the answers, demands the truth. We'll be checking that out too. Let me see. Not tonight though. Let's see if we got any breaking. I'm gonna see what else we got too. Oh, nice. This is what we were waiting for. We're going to check out. Oh, sweet. We get True Crime Overtime with Rosie again. I was asking her when she was going to drop this video, and she dropped it. Critical Questions Part 3. We'll check out Critical Questions Part 2 and 1 maybe tonight. We'll see. But I got to check out this Critical Questions Part 3. I've been waiting for it for 3 days. Could be. It very well could be, Janet. Very well could be. Yes, I've been waiting for this.
Hope you're all well today. Welcome to episode 3 of our Critical Questions Tuesday series, which is, I know, being presented to you on a Wednesday. I'm so sorry that today's video is a day late. I was having some really bad connectivity issues yesterday, and I just couldn't get anything to work. And it was only today that I actually managed to get any Wi-Fi.
And shout out to her today. She was still having some connectivity issues on the show today, and she felt really bad that she ended up not being able to connect at the end of the show. And so anybody that didn't get to see her say goodbye, she wanted to say, that she appreciates you and thank you. Unfortunately, she said that her whole neighborhood actually was out the last time. So appreciate her so much. She's such a hard worker. She does an amazing job, and she definitely deserves a hell of a lot more love than she gets. She needs more love. Go love her.
To put this video together for you guys. So hopefully it's not too serious. It's just one day late. And from next week, we'll be able to get a little bit more of a structured routine when it comes to the Critical Question Tuesday series, in that it'll actually be on a Tuesday, which is important because that's what it's called. So for those of you who have sent me questions already, thank you so much. I've received a lot of questions, and they are really, really good questions. I'm excited about every single one of them. So that's hopefully going to extend the series quite far into the future. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to go through just 2 more questions from the original article from Psychology Corner that I analyzed in episode 1. So basically, the article that inspired this entire series. And then next week, we're going to go into some more of Michael's questions. And then thereafter, we'll be able to look at some of the new questions that have already started coming in. And I think it's really important that you guys feel that this, this playlist is interactive and that you're sort of driving the topic as well. That is the point, for everybody to feel included and for everybody to get, some of the points that they've wanted addressed, looked at when it comes to Idaho4 and the Brian Koberger case. Now, it's going to happen that there's going to be questions that I simply don't know the answer to. And when that happens, firstly, I'm just going to say so that I don't know, but I will also, make the effort to do the research and try and enlist the right experts and see what I can find out about getting that question answered, if I can. So I have no intention of, ignoring difficult questions or making things up. I'm, committed to putting in the work and doing the research for this playlist. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at the first question that I've picked out from the Psychology Corner article, which is, how exactly does the prosecution think Brian Koberger did this? And Psychology Corner notes here that it's not impossible for an individual to commit a quadruple homicide, and unfortunately it's something that has happened before in the past, right? So what the problem is for her, she notes, the most curious thing about this is the time frame, and I think that the majority of us who are interested in this case can agree that the time frame is what draws your attention in and what's quite problematic from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very.
it's really interesting what she's mentioned here, which is about familiarity with the premises or the property as the crime scene, and would being able to do this in such a short amount of time entail a certain understanding of the space and the environment that this is taking place in. And I don't know if this is something that would relate to, like an individual's spatial awareness or sense of direction. Some people have a great sense of direction, the rest of us don't. So is that something that plays a role? I'm not sure. But
what?
I think that we have to note that from the perspective of the perpetrator, especially an individual perpetrator trying to do this in such a short amount of time, it's a highly stressful environment, especially if you don't really know. You have to try and accomplish this horrific and strenuous act and then still think, which way do I go? That should slow a person down. I agree with that. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that the prosecution, because this question is partly directed at the prosecution, has kind of accounted for this when we look at the
right
original
person.
search warrant. If you look here, you'll see that one of the things they were looking for was data compilations in terms of the actual house, not only the victims, but the premises. So, if you look at what we've been able to find out about the house ourselves, a lot of us have already gone through these virtual tours, and in a weird way, we actually know what the inside of the house looked like. We kind of know our way around, which is, it's strange, but it is true. So I'm not sure if that's something that they're trying to say, was available and something that the perpetrator of this crime was researching before entering the scene. But I don't know if having that kind of, background in just looking at the house and pictures of it is quite the same as having been there. I think navigating what was done here in such a short amount of time probably requires quite a bit of muscle memory, especially if you consider the stress and the rush that went into making this crime as quick as it would have been if the PCA and the information we've been given is accurate. So I'm kind of inclined to agree. I think that this would require that somebody should have kind of a first-hand understanding of the place if they were to be able to commit this crime, so quickly. But another point that Psychology Corner has brought up, which I think is really interesting, is this point of stamina. And I've wondered about this as well quite a lot, because I've kind of wondered if, the term athletically built was kind of put in to anticipate a question like this, being able to point to the fact that the perpetrator was athletically built. But I don't want to get into the point of stamina too much, because what I have already done...
Right, excellent. And then Ann Taylor's still asking for cast data. You should have had that, December 2022. Right? You should have had the damn cast data. You claimed to have it. Why are they still asking for it a year later, right? Excellent.
Done is I've contacted an exercise physiologist here in South Africa, and I've asked if they want to just, go through this discussion with me and try and help me understand what would be involved in a situation like this, and what would be the physiological and maybe even like hormonal responses of a perpetrator trying to commit such a horrific act and such a strenuous act in such a short amount of time. Now, I haven't heard back from them yet, but hopefully I will be able to bring you guys an interview, or if he's not comfortable with that, then maybe, I can just have a discussion with him and then report back, and we can see about answering that question. The reason that I do like to talk to South Africans quite a lot when it comes to this case is because this case isn't that well known here. So, people can look at the facts with sort of clean glasses, if that makes sense. That, they're not necessarily as emotionally invested as some of us who've been, following it for a while, or somebody who's in the same country where it happened. So if I don't hear back from this particular exercise physiologist, I'll just find another one. But I will keep on that, and I'll get back to you guys if I do find anything out. Okay, so the next question is,
I hope.
how did he get in and out of the house?
Because it's not truth and justice for the family if the right person's not convicted. Because in 10 or 15 years, all of a sudden, something happens, and then how is the family really going to obtain truth and justice at that point? It's just almost non-existent, So I hope that with every case it's the right person, because unfortunately when the wrong person's convicted, the chance of getting justice really just at that point, even after if they're released, the chance is it's just not.
Without leaving a trace. Now, I know that a lot of people are going to say he did leave a trace, and they're not referring to like trace evidence or something, but they're kind of referring to indication.
Well, and I bring it up like, who says that, because we're doing the OJ 25 members' lives, who says that, who said OJ's trial was going to go 7 months? They probably thought 6 to 8 weeks too, and then it turned into 7 months. If you're that worried about keeping it in a 2-month time frame, then maybe you should change the venue, court, right? Change the venue.
That he was there and that he was involved.
That too. Exactly.
I know that something that's going to come up a lot is the sheath.
Right.
To say that the sheath is an indicator that he was there and that he had some kind of a role in this crime. Now,
exactly, that's what I was saying. Excellent. Like they took the box and threw it all in the box and said, "Here, you figure it out." Which it's a move that prosecutions do. They do it because they can. They can.
I don't want to get into the DNA side of the sheath too much, because that is going to be its own thing, its own playlist. I want to kind of, go through more testimony of Dr. Michael Spence from the Jerry Burns trial, see what I can interpret about that. And then from there, I want to build on it by looking like really closely at some of the work of Audrey, Audrey Cakes from Twitter. I think that she has a lot of good information and a lot of good ideas, and I don't want them to go unseen. But because that's a little bit technical, I'm going to kind of build up to that. So I'm not getting into the DNA too much in this video, but what I do want to say about the sheath, just in terms of its role as a piece of evidence in this case, is that it is circumstantial. Now, circumstantial evidence can be really, really strong, and can also be really, really not strong. The point is actually literally in the name. It's about the circumstances that allow you to draw an inference about the relevance of that piece of evidence in the particular case that you're looking at. So it can tell you a lot about, information about the case, but it's an indirect kind of conclusion, and you need to kind of fill in the logical gaps. So there's nothing wrong with this kind of evidence. It's just that it's about what else you know and the inferences that you want to draw from the information. So when it comes to the sheath in this particular case, it could be huge, it could be very meaningful, but it could also not be, because what I think is that we don't know enough about the circumstances around this actual sheath and its role in the case. And how much information do we have about the actual knife, and not the sheath that it might have lived in, but the knife? How much effort has been put into trying to find that? Was it a K bar? Was there more than one? There's a lot that we need to know. And officially, I think all we've really heard is that it was, an edged implement and that it was a large knife, larger than a pocket knife, right? So it's still kind of 50-50 for me about the sheath. I mean, how can they rule out that the sheath wasn't actually part of the household? I think that we have this knife attack and we have this knife sheath, but I kind of feel like we need a little bit more information to relate the two things, which would be the actual K-bar to link these two facts. And that's not to say that the sheath is or isn't important. It's just to say that I feel that we don't actually know a lot about it at this point, at least.
What did I say?
And another indication that people, I expect, will point to about Brian Koberger's involvement in this crime and him, so to speak, leaving traces, would be the presence of the vehicle, the white vehicle, in King Road, or Queen Road. I don't know anymore. And I know that this vehicle has been quite controversial lately, but for me, the problem with the vehicle is more that it's muddled up in this issue that I went into a lot of detail in episode 2, which is the actual time frame of this crime and how the time frame was derived. So, yes, this again. If you actually look at the things that have been used to derive this crime, I explained in episode 2 that I have my suspicions about these two things because I feel that the exculpatory evidence is somehow muddled up in there. Now, that's just a theory. I could be right, I could be wrong. But if you cast doubt on those two things just briefly because of that theory, what we're left with is this vehicle and its presence informing the time of the incident. And, a lot of people are at odds about whether it is or isn't Brian's car. And I, for one, don't know anything about cars. I know how to drive one, and that's about the extent of it. To me, it does not matter because the way that it's being related to the crime does not really make sense to me, and it never has. So I've pulled up some information for you guys on the circular argument fallacy, or the fallacy of circular reasoning. So circular reasoning is when the things that you are trying to prove depend on one another to be true. So A because of B, but then also B because of A. This is the time frame because that's when the vehicle that's involved was there. Okay, fine, but how do you know that's the right vehicle? Because it was there during the time frame. And then it's back to the beginning. Which time frame? Well, the one when the vehicle was there. And again, which vehicle? The one from the time frame. If it feels like you're going to be there all day, then that's usually an indication that there's a problem and that this is some kind of a circular reasoning, which, logically, it's not really acceptable. It is what we would refer to as a fallacy. So I know that what the actual vehicle is has been quite a big deal at the moment, and that is important. But at this point, I don't even think that matters until we understand how the vehicle relates to the crime. I don't think that it has been correctly linked to the crime. I think that it would be different if they had a pre-established time frame from something like an autopsy or witness statements that weren't muddled up in exculpatory drama. And then with that time frame, they went to look at the vehicles that were around, having already established the time frame that they are trying to look for, and not having these two things so closely interlinked that they actually rely on each other to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that's just my opinion. It could be something, could be nothing, as I always say. But I really do want to know what you think, and please do keep sending your questions through. I'm really happy that you guys are responding so well, and have a beautiful day further. Bye.
A lot of great questions. I love those. I'm gonna, like I said, we'll go into the part 1 and 2. I wanted to get into today. I wanted to get into them today with her, but We just it ended up going too long, and then she wasn't able to get a connection. She wasn't able to get a connection back, so we'll definitely get into that. I apologize if you just got a notification a few ago. It is very interesting. A lot of good questions too. That's maybe maybe Saturday night when she joins the show for a little bit of the intro. Maybe before we get into some of the other stuff, we can talk about it for a few minutes because I'd love to talk about it to her. On live. I think it'd be interesting to hear more about it. No, you're fine. I don't understand that. 3 minutes behind talking about something. Yeah, she's real good. She's really good at. She's got a good mind too. Yeah, she'll be joining the show. I'm gonna be. I apologize if you guys got a notification a minute ago. I was trying to put it over at the lounge channel. Because I'm gonna be. If you guys want to come hang out over there, I'm gonna be back on. In 11 Central midnight. I'm gonna be back on over at the lounge. I'm gonna play a little football, enjoy some of the evening, and get some more practice in on that football game because I'm gonna be starting a season soon on it. Until the new football season starts, at least we'll have some football. Be interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this show. I'm gonna put out a notification here soon. Within the next 10 minutes for tomorrow's show. We will be on late morning, early afternoon. We'll be back on tomorrow. We're going to cover the stuff that came out about Audrey. I'm sure there's going to be updates coming out about Elijah. Prayers to both of those families and communities. And the victims, too. So, if you're joining late, go to the beginning of the show and listen to the first hour and something. You guys mean the world to me. I want you to understand why you guys mean the world to me. And also there's somebody out there that's trying to dirty some waters up, and there's a few things I needed to make clear tonight because there was a lot of misinformation coming from that direction, and it all started with me letting them know that they were putting out misinformation about my footage being from 2022 and 2000 instead of 2023. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you. You guys really do mean the world to me. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to be talking about that. Like I said, if you have anything that's dropping overnight, drop it in the everyone chat. Let your guys spew and your minds just kind of go through everything together, and we'll discuss it in the morning. And then we're going to have open phone lines again tomorrow morning, late afternoon when we do our lunch hour show. So thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Lunch hour, live call in tomorrow. I'll be putting out the notification here in a few. If you want to come hang out at the lounge and kick back and watch a little bit of football for a little bit, I'm going to be doing a little bit over there. So good night, everybody. Appreciate you. Thank you, Rosie, True Crime Overtime Rosie, for hanging out today. Thank you for your company and your conversation. Thank you all for hanging out earlier today, too. And please have a peaceful and positive evening. Know that you are loved, that you are appreciated, and that you mean the world. End the night knowing that, instead of all that other hate and venom that gets spewed. I love you guys, and I mean it. And see you tomorrow.